All right, and we have begun. Let's go. Loadout number one. We've got Engineer. Now, the good news is, Engineer is a tough survivor to race on. But if there was any loadout that I would want to be racing, it would be either this, and then either the mobile turrets or stationary. I don't really care. But you've got mines, you've got harpoons. I should say the spiders specifically. You have a little bit of a different opinion on NG if you want to.
Oh yeah, I'm Bubble Shield's #1 enjoyer. I'm heartbroken there's no bubble today.
Yeah. Is popcorn no? Hold up. Oh, might be waiting for another minute.
Ah.
Alright, all good though. Early items, we see nothing yet, actually.
They have money for items though.
Did they just like not spawn near anything?
I think they spawned in like a wasteland practically.
Oh, there was a healing drone near it. Okay.
Yeah, this is it in a racing moment. This is probably the ideal like loadout.
Yeah.
You got harpoons for damage. You got spider mines. Your turrets move with you, so you don't have to worry too much about cooldowns. There's not much left to be desired.
Okay, there we go. Cool. And we got popcorn in there as well. So all four racers are in. Seeing with their beautiful engineers. I think everyone went with the bald. Do we have any Master Chief skins?
I think we have Corny with Master Chief.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see that. I see that. Would you say that Corny is the Master Chief of Engineer?
Oh,
do you think he's got
100%.
it?
I'd say Corny is the Master Chief.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see. Big D. Big D, we do know, is one of the racers that likes to go a little bit faster. Is dealing with a Beetle Queen. Only items is no healing drone, a Berserker's Pauldron, and AP rounds. This could actually be a little bit tough as 4 Wisps have spawned in, and they're not really taking any aggro on the turrets. I think they are now a little bit, though. You gotta kill that Queen quick. You have no AoE damage in your Engineer. Oh boy, 66 health.
Yeah, this is really brave.
Okay, there's only 2 right now. As long as she doesn't. Oh well, okay, there's 4 now, and now they'll spawn in front of you. There's no movement speed again. I've done this a couple times in scrimming, and it was a lesson that I immediately had to learn. Hey, maybe try to find a gasoline or a speed item, or at the very least get a healing drone before you're going to go into a queen like this. Thankfully, the queen is taken down. There will be a queen's gland, but there are 6 beetle guards, and again, just no healing at all.
I have a question for you. Would you have picked up Queen's Gland, or would you have waited to see if you can find a recycler real quick on this stage?
If I was Big D, I would take it immediately because I don't want to die, and I need something to do with them. If it's stage 1, though, I will usually hold off on picking up the boss item because there's no yellow printers, right? If it's stage 2 or after, and I don't see any like equipment barrels right next to TP, and it's also like not sulfur pools, not scorched acres, right? 2 stages that have the equipment tri-shops. That's really easy to see if there's a recycler in those. I would just pick them up, and it would be better off to like take it then and then find a yellow printer down the line.
That's true, yeah. We got a crowdfunder on Corny.
Oh yeah, and Mallard too, for that matter.
Yeah, Mallard just got it.
Now, what do you think of when you think of crowdfunder, like early in a run, or in any sort of like gauntlet race?
I think it's fine. Like it's such a gamble, right? Because you're giving up probably 1 to 2 items at a time using it, especially in like this sense when you're going very, very fast. It's such a gamble. But if you're fighting a Beetle Queen, stage 1 NG, I'd take it. I'd use it.
Yeah, it's tough for me because it's like every 4 seconds you have that gun active on stage 1, you're losing $25, and that's a whole chest. But there is one good thing, right? I mean, Mallard's going to be able to kill this Beetle Queen, just needs to remember to turn off the gun once she's dead. Right? Yeah. Still has it active at $0, lost already about 4 chests worth of items. does turn it off and sees the Queen Gland. But, you know, throughout a run, I feel like if you find it stage 4, stage 5, you can get some really good value from it early on, though. I mean, yikes. You really got to have some pennies or something to make up for it.
Yeah. Funnily enough, Popcore finding Bungus.
Ooh, okay. You know, that's something that some of the racers over in the wildcard round, during, I think it was a captain loadout, nobody had any healing items. There was a mired urn, but everyone printed it away. Hopefully we don't have too much of a similar case. I think healing is at least good to have a small capacity. They turn it into empathy cores. Like, everyone always thinks, ooh, empathy cores, take it immediately. But...
There was a void seed on stage 2.
Oh, Aphelion. I think Aphelion's actually has the stage with the highest ratio of credits to void seeds. It's like 3 or 4% more common.
Pods?
Well, it's not that no leader pod thing. I don't know. It's just the way that all of the the interactables are. I think it's because all the interactables are cheap, right? You mostly just get cleansing pools, and those only cost 5 credits. So there's more rolls.
Yo, Wisplog dropped for Popcore.
Yo, nice. Popcore didn't get the crowdfunder before starting TP. Has 101 bucks. This is actually a little bit scary, right? Because none of the other racers died during stage 1 TP. Down to 54 health, down to 33 health, right? You don't want to die in stage 1. And in a really scary incident here, yeah, that's going to be a death.
Yeah,
you can't let those stack, though. You gotta try to find a way to finish off. If you do die, you do get all 4 of your mines back, so that could be a quick burst. And,
gun on Corny.
There's a gun?
There's a gun on 1.
Oh my god.
On the cliff side near the cave.
That's gonna be so good. That's gonna be so good because, I mean, we got rally point delta for stage 3. You could use it then. Maybe get your hands on a mired urn and use it on stage 2. I think both are very valid options. There's a penny printer that Big D just went into. Lost the backup mag, which, honestly, who needs those on NG? Do you want your 5th mine that you could hold on to? No, you don't.
No.
You do want pennies, though. 50-50 the AP round, it pays off. And, that's a couple void-touched enemies. Look out for your Beetle Guard. It's betrayed you.
Or
Popcore took, yeah, death number 2. How'd that one happen?
It looked like Beetle Guard or Wisp. Both attacks kind of hit.
And that's a 10-minute penalty right there. There is a little bit of hope for Popcore. If you're Popcore right now, you want to hope that the run continues to be bad, right? Because the second Polylutes and safer spaces pop up, the odds for the other racers is just going to drastically decline. Oh no, here comes the gun, I think. No, it's the other gun. Okay. Crowdfunder's found. There is a hoof that Big D did find on the way over to Loot Island. So that's going to make the run a lot easier. There's also a Scrapper. I think this is an opportunity for Big D to kind of somewhat speed things up a little bit with the pennies. It's hard to kind of penny farm on Aphelion, but as Engineer has the 2nd highest health in the game, or 3rd. I forget if it's Loader or NG. Who has more? NG's... Oh, wait, no. There's Multi. Multi has the most. I think it's Multi, Acrid, Loader, and then those 2 are tied, and then NG's after. He's pretty tanky. He could take a lot of hits. But, so, you know, that means you could maybe take a few Lemurian Fireballs or something like that if you want to farm up. But I don't think there's going to be too much farming. Oh, wait, actually, Blazing Beetle? Ooh, that's a perfect fire trail. If your Beetle Guard doesn't kill it immediately, that is. Oh, no! Oh, how are the other races? Oh my god, bottom right. Wasn't even paying attention. Ballard is at 1 health? Literally 1 health. Did you see that? Healing drones, there's 3 of them.
In a dream.
Oh my god. Yeah, I gotta look down there more.
Yeah,
Big D's distracted me being the furthest ahead, but wow. Wow, that was 1 health from Popcore having a more decent chance of being able to catch up. Every other racer, by the way, did find a gun except for Big D. So while Big D does have that energy drink and that hoof, and those pennies, right, starting TP number 2 with $420, my bad, $419, gets a Dune Strider, right? That could be a potential mired urn if they so desire. You could also try to gamble for... Oh, there's also Siren's Call. You can get a free red from that.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, would you take the men here, or would you gamble on like living till Sirens?
I mean, the nice thing about Mern is that your turrets also slow down an enemy and heal off a lot, so it's a lot more turret uptime. And it's guaranteed, like, in the moment, where this run isn't, like, giga good, right? However, if you hold off until Rally Point, you could also get Doomstrider then, where it's not super important yet. And if you don't get Doomstrider, then you get, like, Shatter Spleen, or you get my Molten Perforator. Yeah. So I think maybe holding off till next stage to have some more options available.
Definitely. Both Corny and Malad missing the same jump.
Man, that jump.
That jump on Engi's really rough.
Yeah. This stage is not very friendly to low mobility. And that's why I always call it like a stage 3 in a sense, right? The later you go in a run, right? You start at Titanic Plains, everything's super nice and tight and close, and it doesn't matter how much speed you have, you can kind of get around pretty easily. You get to, like, you know, Rally Point, it's still pretty nice, but there's a couple things, or like you go to Scorched Acres, there's a lot of gaps ways to fall off, and it's a really slow map if you don't have any of that movement speed. Is Corny get a greed scrap?
Oh,
no, it's safe.
So Keybox was Ignition Tank on 2.
Oh, I think we saw Mallard get that too.
I must have just not noticed.
Mallard and Popcore both having that. That's really good. For the you know, the bottom 2 seeds, for those racers, right? You want to have some sort of advantage, right, over the generally faster people. And for Mallard, that's a gasoline. Mallard, who had 1 health and survived, right? Speaking of kind of dangerous situations, Popcore, again, with already at 2 deaths, kind of low in health, only has the 1 healing drone, not 3, dealing with those void enemies, and there's a few, like, Mending Lemurians does take him out, though. If Popcore can find that Chance Shrine near the teleport and hit it multiple times, we'll get a gasoline alongside the Ignition Tank.
I feel like with the Ignition... Oh, gun spent from Malad.
Yeah, I just saw that. The boss item, I didn't notice immediately, but that will be a Rose Buckler.
That is really nice to have on NG here.
Oh, there's a second gun. There's gun number 2. Maybe that's where Mallard got the gun. And now Big D has it. It's already done with the TP. So if Mallard finds... Wait, if Popcore finds that other gun, right, it's a guaranteed Mired Earn. And then you can just, like, have the Mern and something else. That could be cool.
I think in, like, Popcore's and Mallad's position, I'd honestly probably want the Meth the most, right?
I don't know. I mean, Empathy Cores are also really good. I think it depends, like, what you see in the moment. But Molten Perforator with Ignition Tank, like, that's a lot of damage, right? But what also is good is you get Empathy Cores, and then I think... I'm not sure if, like, your turrets also build off of the core damage or not.
They do apply to it because they are allies.
Ooh, so that's like always having 2 allies then. So that's a little bit, right?
I think it'd be better if you didn't have mobile, because mobile turrets they like to die. They like to run into Mythics and give them a hug.
That's true. I think at the same time, though, they don't die as much when you're getting to Mythics, right? Pre-Mythics, they don't just instantly kill themselves. At least if there's no safe spot. If there's a safe spot, then stationaries are just straight up better.
Yeah.
Really depends on what stage you are on.
Like for stage 5, the empathy cores are gonna be huge. They're gonna draw aggro. They're gonna do a lot of wake.
Oh yeah. Big D first one to stage 3 at 15 minutes almost. Makes it to Rally Point. Still has the gun in hand. Or the gun that he found anyway after fighting the Doomstrider, after going through the teleport. Popcore going to this Chance Shrine. I think you need to hit it twice. Yes. And that's Gasoline on Popcore, who hasn't done TP. Gets a double bungus. Right, something you need. But as the movement speed is there for Engineer, right, those 2 deaths, it's going to be really getting a little bit more hard, right, for Popcore to be able to catch up 10 deaths, or 10 minutes behind. It's going to need to have Corny somehow mess up this TP fight. which doesn't appear to be the case. Popcore immediately uses the gun and gets the mired urn. I don't know if did we know if Popcore found gun number 2?
I'm not sure if they found gun number 2.
Let me get my binoculars out real quick. I'll see if I can see an orange glow over there. I don't think so. I mean, that's the right call in the moment. If you knew there was gun number 2, you could have mired urn, giga uptime on your turrets, and you could have gun number 2, which would be huge.
Wigdy standing over an equipment bale. How funny it would be if it's gun number 3.
Oh, we'll see. It is Jade Elephant. But that still means you can use your gun and then you're getting Jade. Right?
Yeah,
or I mean, I don't know about H0sting. There's no crit, no bleed. You don't know if that's going to be good or not. I'll just hold on for the M4s. Yeah. Get a free red item as well.
Like, Spleen's good, just in this situation.
Is it double
like
spleen?
No. No crit.
It's Leech Exceed. Wait, what's that printer over there? Delicate Watch Printer.
Ooh, that's that's a fun gamble. If you can pull it off, it's good.
Oh yeah.
With a Jellyfin though.
Wait, what's that? That was the one pinged really far away. Do you know what the taupe is that a crit printer right next to TP? Is that why Big D used it? There's like 3 printers, I can't tell. Everyone else is on stage 3 though.
You keep walking by it too quick.
Can we just like rotate that printer just a little bit?
Yeah, like... honestly. I'm full screening them. It might be, I can't tell. It looks like it could be.
Mallard's in a part of the map that not many racers or players will often go to. Back in the corner here, there's actually a lot of nodes for loot to spawn. And a lot of times people will miss this. This is where we've seen things like head stompers and whatnot be found. It's sadly just an AP round and regen scrap. But that AP round's really good.
Yeah, that APR honestly kind of pays off already, just going over here. That 20% damage is going to really carry through.
Okay, it's the watch printer right next to TP. Oh, that's an adaptive. I thought that adaptive was on. Probably looking for... Oh, saw movement speed is greeting for the crit, though, or something. There's a feather. Oh, no. Oh, no. Poor Big D. Something bad had to happen to Big D. And in this case, it's missing the feather, gets an opal, but now you have an opal that you don't want to lose, right? You have no feather as engineer. You don't have stompers. Is there a scrapper you could use to get rid of maybe like a backup mag or 2, or your fireworks, or your topaz brooch? Oh, Popcore found gun number 2, by the way.
Oh, huge. I think in this position, I just gamble it on the watch printer anyways. You have Lucklow and opal, right? If you lose the opal, you still have Jellyfin. I think I'd still just hit the watch printer for the damage.
That's kind of fair, right? So you can at least survive a landing if you like it's mag by metrics. Assuming you never find another equipment ever again.
Well, Wigdy's missing the man, actually. That does change things a bit.
Oh, another AP round, by the way. And that changed time for Big D. If Mallard finds that, right, it could be at 3. And Mallard is deathless. Mallard, 1 health Mallard, right? It wasn't just like 1 frame at 1. No, it was like 3 or 4 seconds. Like, it just hovered. The burn damage, you could see the ticks as the health just went lower and lower, and it like got down to 2 and just kind of stuck there, it felt like.
You know those healing drones are sweating, man.
Yeah. It must have been the healing drones too, huh? Just
that had to have been why they lived.
I wanna get an instant replay on that. Or not an instant, it's been like 10 minutes. I'm going back when I look at this when I'm doing the edit for YouTube. Oh man. I'm gonna have to look that back. It's honestly insane. If Mallard comes back and wins this, I don't even know what I'll do.
Ghost Home on Corny.
Is it really? Oh yeah. Corny never got any pennies, unlike Big D, who is blind printing, by the way. Lost 1 item that wasn't ideal. I saw the screen shake left to right instead of up and down. But the other 2, I think, was just like a brooch and a backup mag. So.
No, I respect the blind print. You have a lot of items in this build that you can like part with. You've got 2 brooches. You got 2 to 3 backup mags depending on who you are. He did lose gas, which is unlucky.
Oh, it was gas, not
yeah,
not backup mag. So lost 2 good items, lost 1 bad. but has plus 60% damage. Now, healing is going to be a problem, right? Your turrets aren't going to heal your leeching seed for you, right? You have to rely on one healing drone. And by the way, Cool Mallard did pull the feather, so that's huge Mallard value. I don't think many of the people in chat put their gambles for channel points or what do I call them, director credits now that Hostile Worlds is canceled. Cannot have it be the gotcha sap. But Mallard has a feather and is done with TP number 3. Is actually looking to be a little bit ahead of Corny, who's been struggling with this info board, but is holding on to the gun.
It's the Pokemon music. It's giving Mallard power.
There is a TC280 on
Ayo. I kind of wish we saw someone farm the pennies with Luckla to get the TC just to have it.
Ooh. AP number 3 for Mallard.
That's going to be really high value.
Those AP rounds with some watches, if you want to print those, could be insane. But Corny's going to be the only racer, unless Popcore holds on. Corny could be the only one to hold on to that gun. Oh, we see Corny gets the feather. Almost didn't. I think there was a few frames left. But that's good reaction time. And both of the green engineers have the green item that's a feather, right? That green extra jump.
Did Mallard spend the gun this stage?
Mallard spent it stage 2. And then Popcore spent stage 2, but found the stage 2 gun. I was going to see the Jade Elephant in this here. We'll have to decide whether or not to hold on to it for a while. I personally would.
Looks like Big D's either going to spawn Awu on purpose or accidentally. They're on Distant Warring already.
Ooh, yeah. It's Soulless Control Unit as a TP boss. So, this pre-spawn Magma Worm. That's the problem. Pushing Big D around, Big D doesn't have the feather to be able to avoid that as easily, right? Just getting whacked all over the place. You got to be really careful because there's that 1% chance you get hit by a worm, you just instantly die.
Yeah.
They have Void Crit built in. It does appear that Popcore did or didn't use the gun. I can't tell. Yeah, okay, did not use the gun.
Didn't.
Yeah.
I think they did the smart thing and picked up the Jellyfin for TP.
Yeah, that's good. You want to have that for now. If you accidentally eat 2 or 3 stacks of... Holy bloom! Do you see that? Is that like... It's like the inverse of the Blue Portal reduction mod. It's like plimp fried rice for
light moment.
Holy. Yeah, we got Corny in here. Where's that at?
Corny in the Bazaar.
Speaking of Corny, getting a brilliant behemoth before entering stage 5 or stage 4.
Loses his Luckla though. Keeps his feather.
That was actually really risky. Right, you were gonna lose 4 green items guaranteed because of the 1 regen scrap. Yeah, types in scary. That's a Corn 1 greed. But now has that 60% damage increase. Has a little bit more AOE. Big D has to look out for these larvae moving almost faster than him. Yeah, okay, did just enter stage 4.
Yeah, he also has the gun.
Yeah, Corny and Popcore are gonna be the 2 that are gonna get this red item guaranteed. Right, don't have to try and find like a shuriken or something and do some fancy skip. I don't think there really is any fancy skips available. Big D, by the way, only halfway done with the TP, knows there's a feather, knows that everyone else who goes through that's probably going to get that feather, right? It was pretty early on. Unless they go quick for just a movement speed. Yeah, we see Corny actually getting the Newt altar for stage 5. Oh, you know why? Corny just went for Newt again. As Big D loses 3 watches, loses 60% damage, only alive because of Jade Elephant, most likely. Worship unit is in, and that TP boss isn't even done. Look at that. You can see defeat the boss appear twice under the objective. This is terrifying for Big D. A run that was going so well, right? We were talking about this earlier with Big D. The runs either go really, really well and Big D does super good, or Big D gets in trouble. And we see it's Ben's rank code. But at least you have empathy cores if you're Corny.
Something interesting to see here is that every racer printed 3 watches other than Mallard.
Probably trying to go for a 50-50 as we see a death on Big D getting taken down by the jellyfin. The jellyfin? That's not right. Has a jellyfin. Jellyfish. Gets taken out by the jellyfish. Again, no feather to be able to like try and run away from the blast radius of that, and still only with one energy drink and one hoof. That's not going to be enough to run away from some things. Has a magma worm. Has a Soulless Control. Has an ally warship. Everything is just all over the place. And Big D, outside of that Shatter Spleen, has nothing to take care of it.
This is so unfortunate. That whim is giving me so much anxiety
too.
As
that
well.
larva and that worm. Oh my god. And Popcore, right, getting the stage 4, has this gun, had the 2 deaths, but still has the watches.
I think
has 2 hooves. Popcore, I think, just went
Malad.
for the hoof on the adaptive. I think that's what I would have ended up doing. I just see movement speed. Mallard actually just lost. Yeah, and that's a death. Everyone with a death except for Corny now. Right, Corny showed a little bit of that
back
experience. Yeah. Just a few more deaths needed to happen, and Popcore's really, really chilling. Right, still with that gun. Don't want to end up getting those +5s.
Popcore has probably the most stable build, I think, out of everyone. They've got some tough at times. They got APR. They have some watches. They got some speed. If they can just stay alive and everyone else keeps struggling a bit, Popcore's looking great.
The only thing I would want if I was Popcore was just a feather, right? That feather that both Mallard and Corny have is such a huge difference, especially once you get to the Mithrix fight.
Especially on mobile turrets, you really need that feather.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't know if you noticed the monster logs, by the way. That's just kind of a natural result of the latest patch of the Gauntlet, Public Gauntlet mod. It's a new bug that's been introduced.
I think the bug is fun. You know, sometimes bugs, they're a little funny. I like this one. Made the monster logs. We see a jellyfin popped to stay alive.
Tricorn used on Popcore as Big D gets death number 2. Trying to deal with his Soul's Control unit. Has a TP at 99%, but just, again, that lack of movement speed. Only one hoof, only one energy drink, and doesn't have the feather to be able to jump out of the blast radius from the Soulless. We'll see what the boss item is.
Item is...
Squid Polyp.
That is...
Yeah, that's...
deeply upsetting.
Honestly hate it. Man, like some of the boss items that we've seen here, outside of the Beetle Guard, it's been Leeching Seed, Squid Polyp, and I think also Squid Polyp.
No, there was Rucklow on 2, right?
Oh, yeah. You've got way better memory than me, short term, so that's why I have co-casters here.
It's I teach history.
Ooh, huge for Mallard. Razor Wire.
What did Mallard get? Oh, Razor Wire.
Tell me about Razor Wire in history. Oh, history.
Razor Wire in history.
Yeah.
They put it up to tell people to stay out of places, and when they didn't stay out, they got ouchies.
Okay.
I don't know what you want me to say. I don't know about Razor Wire.
Corny have gun stage 4. I think he got it from stage 1. There were 2 oh my god, there's a small chest with an ATG inside the ship wreckage at the top.
Massive. Also,
and it's on Big
Ukulele.
There's 2? 3? There's another ATG.
Oh my god.
Wait, was that the same one? No, I think that's the same one.
That's outside the ship.
Yeah, there's one outside the ship, one inside the ship. 2 ATGs. I think there might have been a third one in a tri-shop. And there's Shuriken and a question mark next to the Harvester Scythe and stuff. And suddenly, Big D, taking 2 deaths, now finds something that's going to be able to change the tide. But is it going to be too late? As Corny also goes for that question mark and gets an emergency strike. I guess it's more damage for the probes. Hopefully you don't get grandparented. Stage 5.
Oh, that Cobra is going to be so nice on Popcore.
Yeah, everyone's finding these ATGs now. Even Mallard, who took 1 death. Right, could have been a lot worse for Mallard. Mallard's going to get both ATGs. As he goes back to the back, we'll see if we get to see some up-down shakeage on the... Come on, nod. Get a little nod. You just got 2 ATGs. Nah, he's focused. The Racers
Corny
here...
also finding the second ATG.
Oh, yeah. Is there anyone that didn't get them? I don't think so. Everyone has them.
Yeah, I think everyone picked up both there, which is really good. Oh, Popcorn going for Newt, actually.
That's smart. I think Corny's going for it as well, and the reason why you want that Newt
is a Fed ATG on stage 5.
Oh, jeez. That's huge, yeah. And the reason why these racers are going for Newt is they want drone parts. Right, there's a 1 in... What is it? 1 in 1 in 25? Or something like that? Corny actually scrapping the brain code, yeah. Well, you never know. There's like a 1 in 10,000 that you get the red printer and it has drone parts.
I think he's playing specifically for Red Soup on Moon, hopefully.
Right. It'd be cool if there was that printer.
The brain coat, like the debuff protection's so nice.
Oh yeah. And also for Corny, right? Only 1 deathless, right? Is the furthest behind. Not the furthest behind. That would be actually Popcore. Popcore with a double death. If not for that double death on stage 1.
Popcore would be
from that
so
Beetle
right
Queen.
now.
Yeah. It would be Popcore versus Corny. Though Popcore doesn't have that feather. Does have decent speed. 2 hooves, 2 energy drinks. Does anyone have more speed?
No. I don't think anyone has more, but Mallet did find a DML at some point.
That's good. It's much better than a Hoy. When did Mallard use the gun? I almost feel like I'd rather have the...
Mallard only had the 1 gun and used it on the June Stride at 2.
I didn't see what Corny saw inside the soup. Yeah, he wants the drone boy. Everyone knows it. Types it in. Man. I feel ya. Yeah, you want to get Drone Man if at all possible, but I don't even know what he saw, right? He's probably holding on to that scrap of soup.
When Popcore goes to Newt here, is it going to be the Behemoth soup, or is it going to be the soup Corny just saw?
I think it's going to be Popcore's first soup.
Oh, wait.
Big D almost hosted, apparently? I wasn't looking. Big D is, dealing with a teleport boss as that grandparent just absolutely slams, like, make sure the point, like, point blank, that's the term, pulls off a rock, and the emergency drone, like, just comes in clutch, but not so clutch as Corny, who forgot his parachute. -3 watches, +1 Lazarus wing. And I cannot express the amount of frustration I would have right there with the double death. Just immediately gets woolly rocked. Look how far away that grandparent is. Knew that Corny would die from fall damage. Would go up that vent and is like, haha, I will perfectly land this rock, aim at your drone, miss the drone, and directly slam you. And now everyone at least 2 deaths except for 1 racer. The 1 racer, I don't believe anyone put any channel points on. The 1 racer who also still has a feather, aside from Corny. And that is Cool Mallard. Mallard dealing with the TP. Look at that bounce. Double jump, boom. Double jump, boom. Double jump.
It's the Mario music. It gives him power.
Toad's Factory, man. It's also that, does anyone else have Razor Wire? No.
I don't think so. I think he's the one that
Razor Wire is so good. You have turrets that just take damage, and then I think every bit of Razor Wire does, what is it, 320% damage? Oh, look out, Gup. I hate Gup. I hate Gup. I hate Gup. And that's why I hate Gup. A Gup will just spawn on you, and you don't have enough movement speed. Yeah. It's like, okay, guess I'll just die. Pardon my language. I'm gonna have to bleep that out, damn it. And that's death number 2, courtesy of an alpha construct.
And so at least, Big D's back in it. Everyone has 2+5s.
Nope. And now Mallard has 3 deaths. It's just, you gotta figure out what to do. You do not need to charge the TP anymore. You need to run away. You need to run away, get it a safe spot, stay away from that grandparent rock, stay away from everything. Find a way to just deal with the Zai constructs and nothing more Woolly Rock. Oh, there's a second, was that a second grandparent? I don't know, but Mallard's at 4 deaths. Ooh. And suddenly from 1 to 4, suddenly from the favorite to, not so much favorite. Needs to work on a little bit of Zai constructing, I guess. We'll eventually learn that the TP is at 99%. And Popcore has Behemoth. Popcore, who only won that died on stage 1 that looked really bad is now looking pretty good. Right? Is back in the hunt of things, right? Is ahead by 10 minutes from Mallard.
If they get a good stage 5 here, like, they're in this 100%.
Oh, he's got it. I mean, I think the big concern right now is, yes, there's movement speed, but where's the feather?
I think if they manage to hold their watches here throughout 5, they could definitely do it.
Oh, right, watches. Is Popcore the only one? Yeah, all other watches
everyone else
broken,
has lost their watches.
aside from Popcore. Popcore also with a little bit of healing, getting, yeah, look at that Mire Dern. Oh, gravity orbed. Get out of there. Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Mallard's also almost dead again.
You know, that men value might be crazy because they can get that cradle that no one else got right away. I think it turned out to be Wungus, I think. We just saw Big D grab it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Big D and Corny both have it.
Nice.
Corny, also having activated TP, is using the Grandparent's Son to try and take down the Zai construct. I like this idea. I think Engineer is one of the racers or survivors that struggles the most dealing with Zais. I remember one race where like everyone else got this lunar event because they didn't restart their game back when we had to do that, and I did restart my game because I was responsible. And I was told, like, I got this message, do not concede whatever you do on the stage.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. There was literally nothing I could have done on the stage, too. Like, I tried to spawn Grandparents. They wouldn't spawn. I tried everything, and I just had a bubble shield, mobile turrets, and I think the default mines, and then I had a Preon.
It was, yeah.
It was actually terrible. Mines. So to see
watching that live, oh.
Top 5 most tilting things ever. I'll say that. To see this loadout though, right? There's a bunch of Zai constructs. The whole situation doesn't look very good. Corny is stuck with a radar scanner for all things, right? But at least you have harpoons, right?
Yeah, you have harpoons, good mines.
Yeah, you got the mines, you got harpoons. The mobile turrets will kill themselves, but I mean, at the end of the day, as long as you just have something to keep going no matter what.
Yeah, between the empathy cores and the Behemoth and the watches, Popcore's not having too rough of a time with these Z constructs right now.
Yeah, one's already dead, is at 55% TP charge, right? Has that AoE with the ukulele, 3 ATGs, double energy drink, double goat hoof, and the watches, right? The watches are making a huge difference. Everything's just dying instantly. And all those
the
drones
DML boss with the Behemoth as well is so nice. It's just so much damage.
Yeah, and gets a quail, which, I mean, everyone gets a quail. But Big D is the first one on the moon. Big D has 2 deaths.
You can see pillars here, I think.
I was gonna say if you had a fuel cell or 2, you could, if you have a lot of Wungus, you know.
The brave Jellyfin skip. I think with this much speed, it'd have to be, you need like 2 fuel cells, definitely.
Oh, yeah. Wait, how much movement speed does Big D have? Oh, yeah, it's technically enough. Oh no, Corny, please tell me you have your jump. No! No feather again! And makes it the hosting league for a reason, right? There would have... Why would we call this the hosting league if there wasn't at least 2 ball damage deaths, right? Need a little bit more in there. Now at 3 deaths, has a TP charge of 60%, but Popcore and Big D in a strange turn of events, the people that didn't get the feathers, right, have the least amount of deaths. See an air from Zai? I think so. I don't think there's anything else that would blast up like that. I remember also in that one run I was talking about earlier, there was only 3-second invincibility in the Gauntlet bot. As a Shungite, an alpha construct, just takes another death, and now Corny is just in a really bad death spiral, needs that movement speed, and gets the quail, and that's going to be a huge difference maker. You got to concentrate, you got to focus up, but if you can just hold off with that and look out for the Grandparent rocks, among other things.
It's not over for anyone yet. Mythics with this is going to be a pain for anyone who's not Popcorn. No one really has the damage for a clean Mythics at the moment.
Oh my god. Big D having to, like, circle strafe around this perfected Golem and these perfected Wisps now. It's getting slowed down from them.
I think Big D's about to take a death, honestly. There's a perfected Wisp gunning him. Like,
okay, so here's what happens, right, as Big D's going to take cover. There are two outcomes here. Big D either finds a really good soup, and the run is saved, and Big D only has 2 deaths, gets like head stompers or something, and it's just able to kill Mythics. That's one option. That's one outcome that can happen. I think that was an ICBM soup. Yeah.
Predatory and Leech
loses the Quail. Now, there's a lot more damage for your Harpoons and your 3 ATGs, which is going to be really good. But what were the other red items? I think I might see head stompers up there. No, it's a Ricci Frac.
Yeah, I think everyone's going to hit that gamble. And I'm scared we're going to see someone lose a feather, though, on it for the ICBM. Because I think only Corny has the scrap for it.
Ooh, equipment barrel that no one else found on Corny. Oh, it's his DML. Okay, everyone did find that. What is up there? Laser scope. Well, there's no crit. In a run where Big D took Shatter Spleen, out of all items, is critless. Is there even a Harvester Scythe or Predatory Instinct?
There was a Scythe on 4, but it was Scythe and Shuriken. So
yeah. Well, the Shuriken was a question mark, but yeah, you take those question marks if you don't have a feather. 5% crit isn't really doing much for you.
Popcorn going to 5, actually really early compared to everyone else. Or not 5, to 6.
Keep in mind that Popcore also started the run a minute and a half later from the other racers.
Yeah.
So we see Corny, the last one to make it to the moon. Corny with 4 deaths, tied with Mallard on those. A strange turn where the users with the feather are the ones with the deaths.
I really like Popcorn's position here. They have a lot of allies. They have 2 gunner turrets for the empathy cores, plus turrets. Like,
that sounds really good, Cream.
If only they had the feather.
Yeah. Where's the opal? Where's the jade elephant? Right, I would personally have that right now. Trying to find something that can make you survive those falls, and then just hope that your turrets, that your drones, that your cores can do all the damage. I don't know why okay, they're the cores.
Yeah, cores normally don't spawn until you're like near the ship.
Yeah. Would you take an ICBM if you're Popcore? I personally would.
With only 1 green scrap, I don't have feather, I guess. Yeah, I would. Like, I only need the luckless.
The Quail is something I wouldn't want to lose. And would, like, you know, it stinks if you lose it. But and same with the ATGs. But you also have the Harpoons. And it's just, you gotta kind of kill Mithrix super fast. And try to take as few deaths as possible. Oh no, Mallard lost Feather. Mallard lost Feather and Quail. And Mallard had 4 deaths with that. Took the gamble. I don't know if soups are seeded or not. In terms of, like, what items they take. But that is a featherless Mallard right there. Lost. Just, I mean, I guess you kept the ATGs. But there's going to be a lot of deaths, I think. Right? What is Mallard's movement speed? Yeah. At least Popcore has decent speed, right? 2 hooves, 2
Mallard
drinks.
Didn't even find the hoof. He just has the 1 energy drink now. That's it.
It's gonna not look good. And Mallard still needs to do 2 pillars. At least has the damage. The pillars won't be too tough, but it's walking towards mass. Is it time for Sunday service? Will Mallard become 15 years older? We'll find out soon.
Yeah, I think I'm really hoping for Corny to not take the ICBM soup now, knowing that it takes feather.
Yeah, I mean, it might not, right? For Corny does have scrap, so I don't think it would. 2 regen scrap,
oh, no, Corny,
3...
Yeah, Corny has full scrap, yeah.
Which was a really good move to do, right? Corny's probably trying to find that drone man printer. He's actually doing a soul pillar first, though. And Mallard
did take the ICBM.
Tried to outdamage a perfected. We'll see. Oh my god. Does proximate ATGs, gets a kill. Nice. Did take a lot of curse from that, though. Popcore has ICBM. Did keep the... Popcore still has 3 ATGs. Lost 1 Buckler, but kept the Shuriken and also kept... The Quail. So that's huge.
That was probably optimal soup roll, honestly. They kept
Corny died.
They kept oh.
Parachute forgotten again. Fell off the map. This judge at speed or
the Fed won this run, right?
Yeah, from fall damage. I mean, the other, the one from the Zai construct, you can't really count that too much.
Yeah.
I guess, like, if you held on to the feather and purposely took the damage, you probably would have just died anyway. But that just really hurts for morale and also for having a position of any chance of coming in a good placement here. And loadout 1, right? Big D's on the main.
In the Mythics starting fight, on 55 minutes about.
Yeah, 45-minute real time.
See if Popcore can get up there fast, eh? 2 mass pillars is actually really good here as well.
Oh man, I don't know. I mean, you could just do that one soul. Is there any other pillars that they can do? Are they forced to do mass? Is that why?
There was one soul pillar. I think I saw. It must have been.
Yeah. No, there's only the 1 soul and 3 mass. Are you kidding me? It's forced. They were forced to do soul. Oh, there's blood.
Oh, the blood pillar. Huge.
I can't even see it. I can see it kind of now, but the resolution's a little low. Okay. Yeah, if you could do soul and blood, I would just do that.
Seeing great damage from that ICBM ATG combo in this Big D fight.
Big D was really struggling on like stage 2. Oh, takes a hit. Has Jade Elephant though, right? This is again why I was talking about Jade Elephant. Uses it right before landing. Doesn't get, I think, maybe like 1 or 2 curse. Now you can only do that once every 45 seconds. But the Opal will save you from the initial impact, and then the Jade Elephant will save you from landing. And it's kind of a strategy you have to do if you're like win streaking and you just have nothing. It's like you're going to take hits if you have this low speed and whatnot. But it's what you make of it.
So nice, yeah.
Right. If you can just out damage Mithrix and just have that happen in as little amount as possible, as Big D's out in the open, a little bit of a dangerous spot with a slow amount of movement speed. Takes an orb, almost dies, but does have 2 rose bucklers again. And did have Opal maybe up? I couldn't quite tell. We see Mallard, the second one up, getting into the Mithrix fight, does have a DML. Again, losing that feather.
I think I see more of a struggle in Phase 2 for Mallard, just because they aren't having the empathy cores like Popcorn and Corny. I think Phase 2 is going to be a bit more of a struggle.
At least you have a Beetle Guard.
Oof, Big D getting dangerously close to death.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I think you're a few seconds ahead of me.
Oh, okay.
Which, I guess in that case, I have to... No, I'm not going to do it because I might get... I could do it for a few racers. I think Corny might have pre-roll still on. I don't want to risk it. Yeah, went down to 40 health.
I'm kind of sad no one took the Chrono on stage 4 for Mythics.
I think it was a good call. I mean, what was the other? Oh wait, no, it was Razor Wire, right? What's the other?
It was Razor Wire, and Razor Wire was better for the damage, but I just.
Yeah, I guess I mean for the Mythics fight, I think the Razor Wire is really good for dealing with wisps and stuff, right? It lets your harpoons land on other things that you actually wanted to hit. But yeah, that Chrono Bobble, now that you mention it, right? You don't know how much movement speed or feathers or whatnot you're gonna find. Popcore is obliterating Mithrix.
Yeah, Popcore's got, I think, the most consistent build. Like, the most... The best way to describe it, most normal Risk of Going 2-1 build out of everyone.
Oh, man, I still just really like Corny. I just wish a little bit more speed was in there. And a little less Zai Construct incidents and other things. Right, Corny, who just got back from Japan, right?
Oh, Popcore just... Oh, +5 for Mythics.
Oh, really? Well, that puts Big D in a really good spot. Big D with 2 deaths at 58 minutes. Right? Is at like 4 minutes ahead of Popcore real time right now. Or, I guess, in game time.
Oof. Those slams are making me nervous, though.
We'll have to go through another pizza, but has Jellyfin ready in case something happens. Has, oh, jeez. And almost... Yeah, everyone's in the Mythrix fight right now. Mallard is on phase 3. Corny took a death right out the gate. Oh my god. As if things weren't bad enough for Corny. now at 6 deaths, where it matters most. Corny, who got in first place almost every single race except for, I think, 1 of the 5 that he did here in the hosting league. Right, took a two-week break, went to Japan, and might have a little bit of that rust still there. I know he was doing a little bit of practice this morning.
No phase 4 skip, sadly.
Oh, for Big D, yeah. Big D is going to win. If Big D can just finish off, doesn't die, wins this race.
All he has to worry about really is Beetle Guard. Yeah, he doesn't have much actual damage.
No ATGs came out from that Beetle Guard. Okay, you gotta look out. Those orbs could mean death. You gotta be careful. We've seen it before. ATGs come back. Is it safe though? Yes. Oh my god, that was really risky.
Well played to Big D. Well played.
Well done. Well done. And unless something crazy happens, is going to have this first loadout done. It's going to be up to Popcore to be able to deny bonus points. Yo, Pineapple, thank you so much. But it's really well done. Again, had the Beetle Guard, had the drones out, didn't have empathy cores for distractions, but that seemed to be doing the trick. Now just needs to find a good portal, and it's going to be a little tough with no feather. And not the most amount of speed. Finds this... Oh, that one's okay. I think that's like one of the best you could have got. Didn't get
you think I was
blood
going to
portals.
Go for the NG Harpoon phase 4 skip?
Oh my god, Popcorn's almost dead. If Popcorn dies with phase 4 beginning, Popcorn might be able to deny all bonus points if this is deathless. But is playing it from afar. Does give a little bit of a chance for stuff to happen. Does have the DML, but the DML is just probably going to focus on the empathy cores. He's trying to use the harpoons. Shurikens are flying out. Phase 4 also for cool Mallard. Mallard at 5 deaths. I think, unless something happens to Mallard right here, Corny might be getting 4th place.
Are enemy crazy ATG clocks scripted? Like, are they seeded? Enemy ATG clocks?
I don't think so.
Surprised I haven't seen one clock out yet from all the Beetle Guard hits.
Honestly, yeah. I am honestly shocked. I mean, Big D should have definitely had one. There was like 8 hits. The needles have a really low proc coefficient, like a really, really low proc coefficient.
Ah, that'll do it.
But the what is the one that has the high?
Oh, this is really looking not so good for Popcore. That Solus Probe is trying its best to kill him.
Oh, no, I'm thinking Templar shots. I don't know what the needles are on Mithrix. I know that the orbs are 1.0, though. And at least, like, 8 orbs were eaten on Big D. And because of that, I mean, Popcore at 3 deaths here, right, did take that 1 death. Ended up losing launches. Did play this really well, I think, for what we've seen from Popcore in the past is Mithrix continues to take Medikit heals. Okay, they're done now. Oh my god, look out for the orbs! Popcore!
God, I get so nervous.
Oh my god!
Phase 4.
And a little bit of a shaky cam moment there at the end. A little bit stressed out. Doesn't die in phase 4, and is going to be able to potentially deny bonus points unless... Oh my god, 93, 94, 95, there's a perfected. Getting chased around, has to go inside as Big D, and finds a way to survive. The ship charge finishes off at a 63-13, I believe. Once I get the image in, I can confirm that. But Big D is going to win. 63-10.
Huge congrats to Big D.
And I think that's going to be bonus points. Right? Popcorn needed to be on there right now, and isn't. Big D's most likely going to get bonus points. I almost guarantee.
That was a rough stage 4. They really had to work through it. Those ATGs, though, came through for them.
Popcorn needs to be careful. If Popcorn grubs it, Big D gets double bonus. And you really don't want that when you're trying to get a placement, right? Mallard first the ship over Popcore. I can actually go ahead and we'll take Big D off the screen here.
Thankfully, Popcore does have the brain coat, so those pizza slices aren't hitting them with the cripple debuff, which is nice. They don't have to worry about the slow and the armor reduction.
Bonus points, 5 minutes ahead from second for 1 bonus point, and then you get double bonus if it's 10 ahead. So 69-10. or 6810, which just passed by for Popcore, as Popcore was at 83-84%. Again, cannot die. As all racers, oh my god, in such a quick real time, right? All synced up, essentially.
It's always cool to see, right? That despite how different the one was for everyone, they all do finish around the same time.
Yeah, oh man, Popcorn needs to be really careful again as Mallard finishes up.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
How you guys doing? How was the race? I guess I should be asking myself that, shouldn't I?
Yeah, well, welcome in, Big D. Let me just say first, congratulations in first place. Featherless,
Really?
I remember
Okay.
this stage 3 incident with the adaptive was a
That
huge
one
turning
hurt,
point.
yeah.
Right, ended up missing that, and we'll just pull on Corny's screen here for a bit.
Stage 3, I also, I regret using the gun on the imp. I figured I could get like some kind of pillar skip from the adaptive, but I went for the feather instead. That didn't pay out, so it would have been really nice to have that stage 4.
Yeah. Now, all the other racers, both Mallard and Corny, got the feather. Which is kind of crazy because the person who got in second place was actually Popcore. Refs, you can go ahead and pull in Popcore now if you haven't yet. I lost the times folder, sorry. There we go. Let's see. Popcore came in at a 68.52. And then
Hello.
NSA. Yeah, what up, Popcore?
Hello.
Tell us about the run.
So, that stage 1 was the driest siphon forest. That lived up to the name of siphon forest. There was like nothing on that stage.
Yeah. So, Popcore, you had the worst stage 1 in terms of deaths. That Beetle Guard incident really took you down, which is crazy because you only died one other time throughout the entire run. You played it really, really well. You came back. You held firm. Not many of the racers, they didn't start dying until maybe around stage 4, stage 3, where Siren's Call really kicked in, but by slowing down a little bit, by just taking it easy, holding onto the gun for, well, you took the first gun, got the Mire and found gun number 2, ended up getting empathy cores from it. You were the only one to double gun, and with the ICBM, right, you didn't have feather from the adaptive chest. I think you took a speed item right out the gate.
Yeah, I took a speed item.
It didn't matter too much
Feather
because
would have saved a life.
Yeah, it would have, could have maybe gotten you first there, but that extra speed still helped a lot of the other racers struggling, dealing with running away from larva and jellyfish. You had the most speed out of any racer by a lot, and that helped you come in clutch. With the ICBM, didn't die, played it well. Unfortunately, though, you were about 42 seconds from denying a bonus point from Big D, so Big D will get one extra bonus. Refs, you can go ahead and bring in Mallard and Corny if they want.
Well, awesome job, Big D. Like,
thanks. You did pretty well. Where was the second gun?
So, where was? Did you
I
get
got mine from
okay,
a
so you got the
chance
one
shrine
that was right
stage
next to
2.
the teleporter. Yeah. It was a Shrine of Chance, and then there was a gun that was right next to you. No, that was the crowdfunder on stage 1.
The first gun was right above the
first
gun on
gun.
the cliffside.
Oh,
yeah, it was right at spawn.
What? There were 2 guns?
There were 2 guns.
Yeah,
You
I'm
more
finding
guns
that
than
too.
speed items?
Jesus.
I got the Mired Urn because I was scared of sirens. I was gonna gun it anyway. Like, I was not gonna hold that for sirens. I thought that was bait because sirens, I foresaw a lot of deaths if I didn't take the Mired Urn.
Yeah, I took the gun after teleporter because I didn't find it, unfortunately. But, you know, I got like 3 bleed total during the run from the Shatter Spleen.
Tell us, what was the idea and thought on Shatter Spleen, right? No crit in the run, no bleed. Did have Simon's Call coming up.
I just wanted a pillar skip from the adaptive chest. I should have opened the adaptive before starting the teleporter, I think. That would have saved me a lot of pain.
That's fair. Yeah. There were 2 ATGs everyone did get back-to-back in Stage 4. Some got it before the TP, some got it after.
That would be really nice for TP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, man.
Welcome in, Mallard, by the way. If you want to tell us a little bit about your run.
1 speed item. And it took away my feather.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that I had 3 pauldrons and 3 squid polyps. And it decided to take away my 1 feather.
Yeah, it was a risk. I would say it was like a 30 or so % chance it would happen. Corny actually scrapped ahead of time. It was the other person with the feather from the adaptive was able to hold on to it. However, despite a few deaths that you ended up taking, Mallard, both on Stage 4 and during the Mithrix fight, or not the was it the fight or was it Stage 5?
Was the one
Stage 5 was pretty
brutal.
tough there. Yeah. I was getting a little bit of flashbacks myself during that, but Wright was able to hold on and was just able by a few minutes to be able to squeak by in 3rd. So congratulations.
Okay.
And Corny got the feather, had a little bit of speed, had some damage. Tell us about stage, wherever you'd like to begin.
Yeah. Nah, dude, like, come on. Gun spleen, I feel would have helped gain some momentum for stage 3, which was very rough with all the pests and all the stuff. I think I threw when I gambled for watches. I lost my wraps, my wrap actually. And yeah, despite all my efforts to maintain good feather usage, stage 5 was horrendous. So
there's just no way to handle it. Like, I'm trying to think of possibilities of how I could have did it better, and I'm like,
did you guys have the pre-spawn grandparent?
I ignored him. Yeah,
I had 2.
Empathy cores went on him, and he started sunning even before I started the telly. So yeah, that was.
Oh no.
Yeah, that was actually insane, Corny. That was one of the craziest deaths I'd seen. You fell off, right? Didn't have the feather, and then you were like, oh damn, I died. That's unfortunate. It happens. Death number 1. We can come back. 2 seconds later, like a random grandparent rock. I'm assuming it was like aiming at one of your drones or something. Misses the drone and just directly hits you right out the gate. That was insane.
Yeah.
I got sniped in the back by 1 too. It's
also, we're not going to just get away without mentioning this. Mallard, you had how much health on stage 2?
What do you mean?
You had 1 health for like 10 seconds.
Yeah,
and you were on fire. Your healing drones were like mending what it could.
They would like overtime. That was
and it was like the same tick, like they would heal you for the same amount of damage you would take from each fire tick.
No, like if I didn't die during that run, you probably could have assumed that I was like cheating. Like
that was insane.
Like not letting my health get below 0.
Yeah, you turned on what is that mode in debug? It's like called Buddha or something like that, BUDA, and it makes it so you can't die but just go to 1 health.
I forget.
Yeah, it looked like that for a second. I'm like, well, that's what's going on here, but was able to come through, and that might have potentially saved you that point there. So congratulations. But we're looking like we're gonna get ready for loadout number 2. How's everyone feeling?
It's not roll.
It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Exactly,
Commando.
not
Loadout
roll.
number 2. Let's have a look at that. Let me update it before I actually forget to do that.
It's better stages, I'll say that. Like, we had, like, the worst loadout of stages for that engineer run. Like, I don't think I could have picked, like, yeah.
Yeah, when first place is 63-10, you know something is going to be rough. But well done. Whenever you would like, you may begin Commando. And I'm going to go ahead and throw you back in your places.
All right. Good luck, gents.
GG,
Alright,
good
let's
luck.
get them back in. Corny. Popcore. And Mallard. Oh, they
I
already got
hate
Mallard.
to see the second silence call, by the way.
Yeah. So that was actually insane. I didn't see that coming in a million, like, simulations or anything. Corny getting in last. Right? Had a couple deaths, maybe just a little bit of rust needs to shake off. And only has 2 loadouts really to come back, right? It could be worse. Big D only got 1 bonus point. But here we go. We've got Commando, Slide Commando, but aside from that, still mostly default. In a variety of stages that are a little easy early on, and then there's Sirens. So hopefully a few things can be found. There's at least slides so you can avoid jellyfish or avoid larva in the case that they start harassing you.
I think ideally they're gonna want to see like a man or like a little disciple by 3. Like they need it to drop from the Siren's Call.
Yeah. All right. So tell us a little bit about your opinion on Commando. I forget if you are a Commando defender or a Commando hater.
I love Commando, but I have a mixed relationship. I love Commando. I hate playing Commando.
Okay, I'm going to say something right now. The racers need to be really careful sliding up that slope that Mallard is right next to. Big D almost just no-clipped through the map. And that would have been an instant death. Which would have been really nice for the other racers to have a little bit of chance to come back, right? A little bit of handicap there, but thankfully, if you go up there towards the end of the slide, you're A-okay. And there's an Opal printer found right off the gate. Big D's going to go ahead and get that.
Mallard printed a med kit. I respect it, you know?
It's early healing. What was it from, a teddy bear?
Yeah. I think so.
I guess, like, you are going to get a little bit more value from that med kit in the first, like, 2 minutes. But maybe if there's, like, a void cradle. Interesting take.
Orny has a death mark.
Yeah.
How do you feel about death mark in the races?
Macklemore.
Macklemore.
Dan still got 200 points. Or like, what was it, 600 points for saying Macklemore? I don't understand. Jeopardy's weird. But yeah, Deathmark first item, chance shrine gives a hoof. Ooh. That's gonna be good, but with a teddy bear in hand alongside that hoof. Right, Corny's gonna eventually find that opal printer. And I don't know if there's a scrapper or not on the stage, right? It's not Burden Falls where you have that 50-50 insta-scrapper. Along with 280 credits, right? Where you can almost assume that there's always going to be one there.
I think from what we've seen on map scouting, there is no scrapper.
Oh, but you know what there is? As Big D activates the TP with a healing drone and an opal, I think that's a safe-ish call. Thankfully, not Beetle Queen. Though, if it was Beetle Queen, at least you have Phase Round, which can deal with the Beetle Guard spam if there's like 500.
I don't think I would have hit TP yet with just an opal. I'm too terrified of Vagrant matchup on Commando. So
what you can at least do with Phase Round against Vagrants is you can just pierce the Explodey round, and then it hits the Vagrant, and you get like 500 something damage on them every time, and the Explodey round or orb already is almost dead. Why are there two coming out? Did you see like a double?
I did.
Oh,
yeah,
maybe
it
that was
again right there.
What?
Is it duplicating because he's piercing it as it spawns? Is that a thing?
I think it was just one that was already there and like circled around.
Maybe. That'd make more sense.
My eyes are playing tricks on me. Because everyone's activating TP pretty quick. Now you got to be careful. You don't want to lose your healing drone against this, or it's minus like not only minus $40, but it's also minus healing drone. If you want to repurchase it, it's like $80. Commando speedrunning is really rough. It's really tough. It's really annoying at times. I didn't do it much. I think Weircrus and a few others. I think Cap did it for like a week and then gave up. It's tough doing Commando. You need to have a lot go right if you want to have a super fast run. Otherwise, especially with a loadout like this, you have to play a little safe. And safe, not so much right now is Big D, who's having to pull the Vagrant all the way away from the TP. So just going to try and cope strat stage 1. Right, piercing those orbs. That's actually a pretty safe spot. Just getting some health back. Corny actually with the Topaz Brooch, getting some brooch value in there.
I really like the Kona bottle on Mallard. It's gonna have a lot of value on this Commando run.
Oh, it's gonna have a lot of value, but Mallard needs to not die. It's down to 30 health, 40 health.
Yeah.
Yeah, has the opal, has the brooch. Felt kind of safe, but it's getting a little stuck on the terrain there, and splash damage is almost going to finish off Mallard. Down to 6 health. Mallard, the low health champion, not this time. I don't think that was fall damage on him. I'm not sure what. I think it was just a wisp.
I think I'm a bit behind you. They dropped down to like 6 health from falling and then got shot.
Feel free to refresh the streams. Yeah. I'm actually going to do that now. Oh, I hope I don't get ads. Okay. Here we go. But Mallard with the death. It's now dealing with the gloops. Might have to drop down. That is not a... Oh, it is a safe spot, right? The Vagrant does go up, and wherever its initial position is where the Vagrant Blast lands. Is going to maybe be able to pull this up. No. Mallard is in trouble. High's behind a rock, but that rock was not safe.
Oof.
And now with a double death of what happened last time with Popcore, right? Mallard did get in third, right? Has that 1 point, so maybe... not in a good spot for first place right now, as we see Razor Wire is the boss item. That wouldn't be too terrible of an item pickup to get. Yeah, you actually just saw that Vagrant on Big D's screen. See how it's like going up, but Big D's clearly in line of sight, but nothing happens. Just because it's where the Vagrant starts. It's really weird. It's really like nobody would predict that. It's kind of a rookie mistake.
Old Vagrant's like really weird hitbox, not hitbox, but like display box was like 4 times the size of actual gloop.
Yes, I remember. Biz, one of the developers that came along later, fixed that. Specifically mentioned it, and was very happy about it, and a lot of us were too. We see Chronobobble was from the large purple chest. And let me just check my radar real quick to make sure my power's not going to go out. When you can hear the rain, that's how you know it's time to check. See a scrapper on stage 2. Crit. Poof.
Nice.
Razor Wire. Oh, I'm in a severe thunderstorm. Okay. Hello. One could say there was a risk of rain where I'm at right now.
God damn it, host. You know, when I see Commando on Roost, I always think of Groundhog Day every single time.
Oh, the Groundhog Day? Yeah, let me tell you a little bit about that. Well, things are kind of a little bit slow-ish as the Vagrants are being finished off, and as some of the racers here, Corny is going out of his way to get the Void Cradle, or Void Seed, that's what it's called. So, a long time ago with Commando, there was this thing that I had going on for me. This was pre-DLC. So, you know, a lot less easy insta-win items. And I told myself, I'm going to play this one seed, and I'm going to keep playing it until I win. And I was using full-on default Commando. It took me 37 attempts. And I called it Groundhog's Day, after the movie where Bill Murray keeps waking up in the Groundhog Day fair, or whatever the fuck, and, like, he has to keep on doing something right. I don't even know what he's supposed to do, but it keeps looping, right? And that's what it felt like to me, is no matter what I did, I would always lose the run, because Commando was just really rough for me. But eventually I got it down.
Especially with Dando, right? It was like, you had roll, you had, you had phase
and the run had speed, it had a speed printer, it had a bleed printer, it had, like, everything. I was just really bad at the game.
I will say, like, I had watched you beforehand, but I think that's the first time I, like, religiously watched a series of host streams, because I just really enjoyed the Groundhog Day streams. They were so much fun.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. It was a different time. I've gotten a lot better, and then I just decided, hey, let's just cast now. But I want to point out that Corny, who didn't finish off the Void Seed yet, did find a Somerang. Which, I don't know about you, but if they all had Somerangs on stage 1, I think they would be getting through that TP a lot faster, right? Popcore only now just having killed the Vagrant, right? Is in one of those situations, you know, if you have like $200, $300 and you're still on stage 1 TP, like, you're in cope.
Yeah.
It's just taking so long, right? Mallard could have definitely used that Somerang. It's an insta-kill, unlike bosses stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, right? As long as it's one of those bosses that just stands still, if you get a good hit on the Somerang, it just dies. So we're about to see this Beetle Queen. Ready? Wait for... Oh, that wasn't a very good one. But still did a decent amount of damage regardless, right? And you can see the bleed actually carried over for an extra second or two.
That bleed damage just chunked the Beetle Queen pretty much.
Oh, yeah. And with the gasoline, right? Corny's feeling pretty safe. As a gasoline...
This is going to be a nice and clean Beetle Queen fight.
There we go. We see Fuel Cell. Even more Somerangs. Ooh.
We might see Saw Tech come out here if they get like a Save Spaces.
+5 tech. Oh, with a safer space. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like it's good to do if you have like a spaces or something where you can just eat a slice of pizza and not die. But I feel like so often with that Saw Tech, it just, oh man.
Do people actually +5 tech to pillar skip?
Oh, not the pillar skip. I mean, the pillar skip, what ends up happening is people do host skip when they don't even need to do it, and there's like a much faster skip they could just do, and they're like, I have to do the host skip.
Mm-hmm.
And they go for it. We're gonna see Popcorn go for that Chance Shrine. It's gonna go all in on it with the $250. Might get something that none of the other racers have, right? It's getting a bunch of nothings. And oh my god, that's a Scorpion. That's a Scorpion on Popcorn, and Popcorn had to hit that 4 times. None of the other racers did that, and that's a result from having so much money after the TP. Wow.
Hey, this one's suddenly looking really good for Popcorn. Scorpion on Mande.
And Popcorn, as Big D takes a death. Dealing with the Beetle Queen, did not have the Sama Ring. Had so many guards and took a shot, like half shotgun from the Beetle Queen, took a Sunder, and took a death. Big D died. And Popcorn still might be on stage 1, still might not be on the TP as opposed to the other racers, but has like one of the best items you could possibly have on Commando. That is insane.
Big D got so unlucky. He launched up by the Beetle Queen and then sniped out the sky by a Golem. That's got to be heartbreaking.
It's rough, but you know, that's just how it is sometimes. I mean, that's really good for Corny as well, right? Corny, who doesn't have any deaths right now, is in last place out of all racers with only 2 loadouts to go, right? Needs to at least get in second place, at least needs to take down either Popcorn or Mallard. But Big D could be as well. Big D is not safe just because of that first place position, right? Things could change. And as for Mallard, right, who ended up getting a 3rd place last loadout, right? Could use that as well with a double death early on, right? Needs something to happen soon in order to make a little bit of a comeback.
Corny clear out the Void Seed here. Let's see what they get from these Cradles.
It's gonna be Void Crit. Don't think you want that. Not when you have Scorched Acres as the next stage, right? If we see some Shatter Spleen action, that would be insane. And then if you lose your crit, and it's sad. But at the other side of the story, right, if this whole run is incredibly cope and there's never a good item ever again, Void Crit might be a little nice. Popcorn got a Void Cup. That's unfair.
That's very rude of the game, actually. That's so fucking rude.
I hate Void Cup. You get 1 Void Cup and it's like, alright, well...
He has 5 more Void enemies.
Yeah.
No, when Big D was doing the TP, I was really nervous for them. Because before they died, they were killing Void enemies near the Beetle Queen. I was scared they were going to bulldog it.
Yeah. If I get, like, Tornado Warning, just fill in for me for, like, half an hour.
Oh, yeah, no worries. Stay safe.
I think it's going to be almost over. I think we're good.
Oh, we're seeing a Speed and Bleed Planet touching on Corny's screen right now.
What?
They're
Speaking of Groundhog Day. Okay. Hello. Speed and Bleed. Commando. And then if you have Speed and Bleed, and then you have the Scorpion, and the Bleed does more damage because of the Scorpion, now that's also really good. If Popcorn goes into that, think about the actual value. Oh my god, Big D has this one beetle. Look at the beetle. Look at the beetle down here. What is it doing?
Oh,
it's like out of bounds. Come on. I'm trying to clear this Void Seed. I want to get my item. I took a death. I need to take things a little bit slower. It's Commando. It's really rough. Almost died on stage 1. And is that Plasma Shrimp? Popcorn's favorite item found on Corny. Look at that. Plasma Shrimp. You've got a Bleed Printer. You got a Speed Printer. Life is good. This run's going to be really, really good. Which is actually really good for both Corny and for Popcorn, right? Because...
Oh, that's Samoing Plimp. Oh, think of the damage.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sombering that Big D did end up finding, thankfully. The only one not to have found it yet is Popcorn. And it's something that he's going to want. As I was saying, actually not, because my train of thought was lost. I'm sorry.
Oh, no worries. Sorry I cut you off. Just the bleeding Quip Pinner was crazy.
Yeah, it's actually insane. Yeah, you have gasoline. Who cares? Who cares? You have Sombering for AoE.
Yeah.
It's all in. 50-50.
Yeah, honestly, like, why ever keep the crit as well? Like, just
who
take
cares
the bleed
about
at this point.
If you get Shatter Spleen, you're getting the bleed anyway, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, but keeps the Opal. That's good. Still, the only racer on stage 3 is Corny, and Corny's going to be able to speed up a lot. Oh, yeah, I remember what I was saying. With this speed and bleed printer, deaths are going to significantly reduce.
Mm-hmm.
Significant reduction in deaths means the people who haven't died yet have a really good advantage, right? It's going to be Popcorn, it's going to be Corny. The racers that actually get to stage 3 with the most amount of white items, right, are going to be in the best position as well. Corny doesn't have that many, but there's oh my god, you can say it. You can say it. Look at the top right. Do you see these items?
Yeah. Yeah, watch, Polyloot, Plimp. It's the commando one. Speed, bleed, Plimp,
this is literally
Blue.
like a speedrun seed. I mean, you have these 2 printers, a ton of white items, and then on your way to the teleporters, like, here, have a Plasma Shrimp, have a Polyloot. The only thing it's missing is the vase. What is going on? I mean, you could just speedrun to the end of the game. This could be a
I'd argue that the Saw, if you do Saw Tech, is going to be faster than the vase with this build, with the bleed.
Oh, no, you take that vase. I mean, the bleed is really good with those Saws, but you're doing, like, just as much bleed anyway. Mythrix is just going to die. Being able to get that pillar skip up, I mean, like, something like Saber Spaces would be insane, right?
Oh, Spaces would be beautiful.
Oh, Corny's got to not die, though. There's a Templar there. Get some shots in. Does actually penny farm a little bit. And it's a good thing that's happens at stage 3 to find these printers, right? You still have white tri-shops in stage 3. This was stage 4, not so much the case. A lot harder to get those items.
I learned recently that there's no white tri-shops in stage 4.
Did you know there's actually no green tri-shops on stage 3 as well?
I didn't know that. I only learned the tri-shop stage economy about a month ago, I'd say.
Wow.
I was watching.
And you say you don't play this game.
Uh-huh. Yeah, okay. You know, it's such an odd thing. I'm never paying attention when I'm on a stage. Oh, there's not a single white tri-shop on Siren's Call. You know, never pops in my head.
Yeah. There's also no greens on Aphelion Sanctuary, because or no green tri-shops there, because again, it's literally just the interactable director says this is stage 3, and it does everything that
+5
stage
on
does.
Popcorn.
What?
Golem laser.
Oh no!
Mid slide, that Golem just sniped him.
Good. The good news is for Popcorn, right, with that Scorpion, you still have a chance to come back, right? It's only 1 death, and everyone has a death on by stage 3 aside from Corny, who's in last place, right? If Corny gets in first place, not as threatening as maybe by Mallard or
Popcorn just has to play for a second this loadout, and they'll feel pretty well off.
Yeah, he's in a good spot if he gets in second place here. All right,
and with the bleed and speed coming up, if they find this Samoing as well, they're going to be looking really, really good.
Bizarre for Corny. Maybe trying to find a good green. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Not good green, I meant to say a good red, and gets a Clover with Plasma Shrimp and Polyloot and bleed.
This
and suddenly the 4 bleed is like 7.5 bleed, essentially.
Plus
I don't even know.
I
just took the first. I took the first seed and just said, this is the one we're using. I don't reroll. I don't try to rig these, but this is insane. This is actually insane.
You think Corny's gonna kill Awu?
There's a good chance you could just kill the worship unit with this build.
You might as well, right? This build, you have so much bleed.
I feel like the only reason why I wouldn't is just because you already have such a good build. You don't want to accidentally kill yourself.
That's fair. I think I'd greet it.
If I had a bunch more speed and a feather, maybe I'd go for it. But
only 2 enough, no one else has found the Plute yet. Everyone's just running the Plimp on the TP.
I almost feel the watches are bait in a way. Right, Mallard just broke his watches. Down 2 white scrap. What could have been more Goat Hooves.
That was a +5, actually, not just watch breaking.
Oh, yeah. Death number 3. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, that imp took a chunk out of him when it ran by.
Popcore only now going to realize it's Void Crit in there. Oh, there's a stupid beetle on Popcore as well. Oh my god. You gotta go down there. Yep. Get on. Go on. Come on.
Beetle.
That beetle is the most special. In all my thousands of hours of playing, not once have I ever seen that. It's in the Nukahana's cave now.
Is never on Waspect, ever.
What is this cliff? It runs into Nukahana's opinion cave. Oh god, does Popcorn know where? Okay, it gets a teddy block.
Alright, that's fine, I guess.
Yeah. There's actually a way to jump off that cliff to teleport like inside the lake behind that wall. Just a little bit of a time save.
Now, last time I played Wetland Aspect on Commando, I no-clipped through the wall near where that pipe up the ramp is, and I got very upset because I lost a God Run immediately.
Popcorn needs to speed things up a little bit. It's still only on stage 2, right? Doesn't have as many deaths as say, like, Mallard, right? Is tied up with Big D, but Big D's on stage 3, and is already done with the TP. And
Corny's looking really good. 20 minutes on stage 4, has the Clove, like...
Oh, yeah. I mean, the DPS is insane. I feel for Corny in the sense of you really, really, really want to get just a teensy bit of movement speed.
Just a feather. A feather would go a mile right now.
Oh, yeah.
Plute found on, God, my brain.
Bigdywigdy.
Yeah, my brain. I forgot how to speak for a second.
That's what happens when you cast. Is gonna get
the
double gold. Yeah, yeah. It goes both ways. We are cursed ourselves.
Yeah.
Big D the second one, and I also see that Big D only printed for or went for 2 hooves. I guess he has the red whips, but by your commando, you're always gonna be shooting.
Popcorn taking Sears lens.
Big D is immediately trying to get these eggs for. Oh, it's gonna try and clear Void Seed on it. Meanwhile, Corny's gonna go for a sauce skip. I just noticed. Right, we'll go for the worship unit, but not to try and kill it. Alright, Sombering.
Oh, Popcorn's in such a good spot right now. They're scrapping. They're scrapping for the next stage.
That's gonna be nice. I mean, even with all that scrapping, what are you keeping? You're keeping a little bit of movement speed and a stun grenade and gasoline. Oh, it is going for attack speed. Yeah. Really taking it slow.
They're gonna regret printing that attack speed soon. That's unfortunate. Actually, you know, the way attack speed Sears lens, it's definitely... It can be good. It's
it
not
did take the series.
Great. Yeah.
It's good, but then you get to the moon.
Yeah, it's good, but then you have to fight Mythics, and you don't have damage.
Yeah, also has the Void crit, right? That's going to be a lot of damage. Or not so much just like damage loss, but you lose your crit glasses, so that's -1 by scrap. It's just, it's all its speed blade. Would be insane though.
Corny has Shuriken.
Oh, I don't think Corny successfully got the worship unit skip. Tried to do the Samarang, didn't land it. Moved on. Corny actually had a really good streak of landing those. I'm actually surprised he didn't get it.
Is that a back-to-back pinna on Corny's screen, or is that a speed pinna?
I'm not sure, but there's foreign fruit, or not foreign fruit. Milky Chrysalis. By the way,
looks like we're gonna be able to see the Awu Red here.
Now we're took it
from
death number 4. Got overloading Larvad. And now is at 4 deaths, which, again, not really good for where you are at. This is Nikahana's opinion, by the way, for the... you just mentioned
the Reds have not been good today. Yeah. It was... What was it? It was Braincoat and Nukahana's.
Man. Hate to see it. I don't think we have Sirens next stage, or next run. So thankfully that's the end of it. Big D needs to look out for a Blazing Larva, needs to try and stay away from some of these rocks and walls. Right, splash damage is really significant on the impact of those larvae, but what's kind of nice is these Solus probes are actually proccing a lot of Razor Wire.
You know, as long as Big B manages to keep the watches, I think they're in a really good spot as well. They don't have the Clove like Corny does, but those watches are going to go a long way.
There is a Soulbound in a large utility chest.
Oh, my spot. I casted it. There go the watches.
Oh, that was on Big D. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Thankfully, didn't take death number 2 though. Could be a lot worse.
It might be death number 2. Those larvae are getting dangerously close constantly.
I cast full heal on Big D. He'll be okay. Look at that. All the health coming back right there. It's gonna be okay. I cast Big D's gonna move and not stand still in the same spot for too long. Please look out. You never want to stand still for too long in this game. You always want to be moving.
Yeah.
The second you stand
that's
still...
the biggest advice to give anyone when they start this game is just always sprint. Just never stop sprinting.
Yeah. I always watch my brother play this game sometimes, and he likes his competitive team shooters like Counter-Strike or Valorant and whatnot.
Yeah.
Maybe not so much Valorant, but he likes Counter-Strike. And in Counter-Strike, you know, you gotta stand still to shoot, so he's just always like standing still every time he goes to shoot something. Like, dude. And then a greater wisp hits him. He's like, what am I supposed to do? It was impossible. Like, just keep moving.
You move. Luckily from 5 TP, which is nice.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be good. A little bit of defense in there. On top of the opal that Corny got. And any of the other
I
racers
would really like to see a feather if possible. That'd be so lovely.
I mean, Corny's gonna get a sub 35.
Yeah, like Corny's got like unless Corny like something tragic happens on the moon. There is a Chrysalis on the stage, right? At the beginning.
Yes.
Alright.
So Pillars will skip, and then Corny does Mithrix, and then he leaves and wins. It's just gonna happen like that. The only way I can see a death really happening is a mistake like standing out wide in the open at the start of phase 2. I don't think Corny would do that. I think he knows better. And maybe a pizza in phase 3. It's probably gonna be one iteration of pizza, and that's it. With how much damage is going on here.
Popcorn's still on 3. I'd really like to see them start speeding up if they could.
Yeah, if you could. I mean, he has the Scorpion, right? It's got only one death, right? But you know, so does Big D.
No
if
food
you
yet
could speed up and get that other Void Cradle, maybe he doesn't have it yet because didn't have enough healing in the moment. Just want to activate TP, come back to it later. Also has not gone into the speed and bleed. Right, has a good build in itself with the attack speed, but without that attack bleed, I feel like you're getting a lot less value from the Scorpion. Would have also been cool to have the Death Mark. Oh wait, no, it does have Death Mark. Yeah, you go for bleed, right? And what debuffs do you have? You've got Scorpion, you've got Chronobobble, so it's already 2 immediately. And then you get the bleed, that's number 3. Gets the Beads of Fealty. They do despawn after proceeding through TP. That is a new thing that's been added in. The racers can go for that. Gets the Polyloot, is very happy about the Polyloot. See the little
Mallet has an Ice Band.
Smiling blankly. Ice Band where?
Mallet has Ice Band on 5.
What was that printer? Big D found a vase at a track shop as well. So you have options.
Oh, that's massive.
I'd probably stick with Wings. If you have a Fuel Cell.
Yeah, I like Wings more for the Mythics fight.
And you have Warhorn.
Oh,
right, that's Giga attack speed. Gun. What do you get from Gun? Nobody's. Corny started TP already. What was it? Oh, it's Grandparent. Okay. Planula. LOL.
Planula Pog.
Holy. And
honestly,
Popcore
with the Lucklet, I don't hate Planula here. It might save his life for phase 2. Not a lot of speed, so do him some good.
It's nice. I think phase 4 can be a little annoying on survivors like Commando. Right, you do like 1/4 less damage. I'm seeing like 48s pop up. If you're far away, you do like no damage.
I wonder if anyone will hit a Shuriken skip for phase 4 today.
I don't think so. With a Void Seed in place, you just go for the Void Seed setup. I can see Popcore already going for the eggs, just shooting them down.
Oh, I was thinking about phase 4 Mythics.
Oh,
I
phase 4
completely
Mythics.
forgot about Simon's call.
Yeah. Sorry. Maybe. I think if we would see it on anyone, it'd probably be Big D. Big D practices a lot of those kinds of techs. Big D needs to make sure that, or Popcore needs to make sure that Worship unit gets inside the Void Seed. He needs to try and draw aggro in. And not die to a larva.
I wonder if Corny did not find the Ice Band.
It was just in a tri-shop, right?
I'm not sure. I looked over and they just kind of had it.
Well, I think it's not really a big concern. It's an extra debuff. With Bleed, no Tentobobble, or no Chronobobble, right? Won't have the Death Mark, doesn't have Scorpion. So, aside from that, I don't think it's a concern. Like, having your Shuriken be the equivalent of 3 Shurikens, it's like no damage when you look at Plasma Shrimp and Polyloot and 2 Watches. And, oh yeah, Clover with 4 Bleed Daggers.
I just think the slow would have been nice with this build. Get more consistent damage on Mythics without worrying about him dashing you down.
I guess it'd be nice if we... I mean, he cleanses it after he dashes, but the dash itself is a little bit slower in the moment. Popcore actually has a Void Jailer in there. It's terrifying.
that is unfortunate, honestly. I don't think anyone else had the Jailer.
Popper again with no bleed. He's going to have the Scorpion really kick in.
Oh, there was an Ice Band on 4.
Uh-oh. Popcorn, run!
Uh-oh. Larva at the feet.
Yeah. That was a capacitor. Nice. It's not going to do too much, but... So we see Corny already in the Mythrix fight. Again, it's prime setup for a sub 35. Though actually ended up taking the Vase over Wings. I don't know how I feel about that.
I think the Wings would have been nicer, but... I think Vase is still a decent call. It has its uses in phase 2 and phase 3, phase 4. It's good. The Wings are so much nicer to just not get decimated by Mythics in these situations.
Right. You kind of have to play chicken with him in those kinds of setups. And
Big D also taking Vase.
If there was a feather, I would do it. I think Vase is still fine. I think you just have to play it a little better. Me, I'm not that good at the game, so I feel a little comfy getting up in there, right? Get a little bit more speed from that stage 3 printer. I guess they don't really have much speed items. Right, only
they
2
didn't have much
on Corny. I guess you could do it if you're Mallard. Yeah, Mallard sees it. Mallard has 2 red whip. Same with Big D for that matter. Oh, there's a water printer.
Has no one opened the Void Key yet?
I don't think so.
I
don't think there's a reason to. I mean, I guess safer spaces would be huge, but you know, survive an extra hit, then I would definitely take base as well, because you can just.
I would have looked for it for the spaces if I was Corny, because I guess Corny thinks everyone else, in Corny's mind, you probably assume everyone else has the build you have, right? So you're not going to spend time looking for it.
I mean, I think if you're Corny especially, right, the confidence sink. You come back, you know, you'd won every single race leading up to this point. You know, you're really good at the game. You're up against people that aren't in the same league as you, right? Corny is is the only Risk of Resources racer in here. Right, used to be one of the best racers that we had. Was the one to take down. Was really tough back when I was racing.
Yeah.
So just to see, oh, these new people, they know stuff. Right, it's not just me and a dozen people. It's 3 dozen now. And
yeah,
I gotta
you're not
figure
just in a
something.
vacuum anymore.
So it's okay, the pressure's on, the game's on. I gotta really try. Plus, when you're down, you gotta get bonus points. Or not necessarily you have to get them, but you're going to be really safe in a really good spot come loadout 3, if you can win this with bonus points, which as of now, right, Deathless, is looking to be the case. Here comes the one pizza.
It's looking pretty good.
As Big D also in the fight now. Big D with 1 death could easily deny bonus points if is Deathless. Assuming Corny doesn't die, but here's the pizza. Corny cannot get hit by this pizza. The drones are distracting the ads. Makes it a lot nicer, makes it a lot safer. Just has to deal with Mythrix a little bit more. Oh, takes a hit, loses the Opal. And a lot of exploders come in from all directions. This is really terrifying. Pops the no, get out of the face, get out of the face!
Oh god.
So many times I died to Shockwave that way. Okay, Corny's fine. Oh! Oh my god, at 4 health! How is he alive? Did he eat a slice of pizza, or was that from my golem at 9 health? Oh my god!
Pizza. He has cripple on him.
Oh my god! That was from pizza. Yeah. Yeah, no perfected enemies, and at 9 health is able to survive. How did he not die? He did not have OSP. That's from...
Lucklow and Opal at 33 minutes. They'll do it. It's enough.
Yeah, early on. You can eat slices, I guess. Or not only that, I guess, but I know.
Think of the pennies value, host. Think of the pennies value right there.
Jeez. And is able to survive. Does have to deal with phase 4 here. Gets the bleed back, gets the speed back. Lazarus Shrimp is going to be okay.
Was Plute again. Was another Plute with Sizzlins.
But there was also Singularity Band. Didn't take that. What's going on?
He has a wheel band. It's one Singularity Band. And this is looking like a nice little clean phase 4 for Corny.
Yeah, after a not-so-clean phase 3, Mallard actually finding a symbiotic Scorpion. And it's going to be able to wing up. It's going to be able to wing up and not host skip. You can just go up now. You don't have to go to the base to start the wings. But wants to anyway. It's going to have to use the wings now. Okay, there you go. Get up there. Corny lining up the base. We'll see where that lands. That's good. Gets the launch as well. Really nicely done by Corny. Managed to endure phase 3 by a course of 4 health, right? Almost, or ended up essentially losing against Mallard, right? Got in 4th place because Mallard stood off at 1 health, but Corny here holding off Mithrix at 4. And is going to be able to come in. Today. It's not a sub 35 like I predicted, but it's going to be a sub 36. Well done.
Really close to your prediction. Honestly, really good call.
Oh, yeah. And as Big D is almost done with phase 2 here. He's just finishing off a few more enemies. Doesn't have the clover like Corny did. Right? If any of these racers went through a blue portal, would have had a clover.
Yeah, like the greens, they leave much to be desired, especially since Corny got his before he even had the shuriken. Like that's the only green you really want to hold on to here, other than Chrono. The whips are nice, but they're not necessary.
Yeah. No, especially on like Commando.
Yeah, like you're always shooting on Mando. The whips are only there for the in between.
It's like if you're running to get some Mithrix or running to the ship or looting. And there's an ATG printer. Oh my god. Oh. Okay. Please just do this and let this be the end. Let this be the end of it, Popcorn. You're the only one that found this. You are the only one. You had the Scorpion stage 1, and there's a death on Big D. There's a death on Big D, and that's going to be double bonus for Corny. Corny, who had 0 points, is now going to come back up all the way to 5. As that is going to be confirmed double bonus points. Well done. Corny. We'll actually go ahead and pull the screen off here. And still waiting to get the official time. I need to...
Do you think if Popcore rushes stage 5, does not loot 5 at all, and just goes straight to TP, straight to Mythlix, they grab like the vase or the wings, they could pull off a 3rd or 2nd here?
I think 3rd. Maybe if Big D dies again, could potentially get 2nd. But it's going to be Mallard is the one to beat. Mallard, who's on phase 2, might end up taking a death here. Already at 4 deaths, Popcore's at 1. But oh my gosh. If it wasn't far enough of a gap now, it definitely is, as Big D takes death number 3 and still has a little bit more pizza to go. And that actually gives Popcore a slight bit of a chance. If Popcore can just find the wings and go. You have 10 plasma shrimp. You've got a polyloop.
I really wish Popcore went into the bleed instead of the attack speed. Like, imagine all the bleed with the plimp here. It would have been so good.
I mean, at this point, if you have 14 plimp, attack speed is just more plimp. Yeah, who cares about bleed at that point? Everything's just going to melt immediately. Popcore just needs to find the pillar skip and leave. But it's okay because Big D here, right, should be pretty grateful that that's not the case. That Popcore isn't going faster, right? With two deaths during Mithrix towards the way in there, taking that 1 death as well. Almost gets hit by that orb.
God, these orbs in phase 4 today have been making me so nervous.
Yeah. We'll actually go ahead and get Corny in here. Go ahead, refs. I want to hear what's going on as these Mithrix fights are still finishing up for the other racers. Oh, I put that time in on Popcore. Or didn't get it off. But here we go. Sorry. Corny's time was 35:53.
Oh my god.
Corny. Tell us about the run.
Yeah, the comeback we needed. Holy Jesus, brother.
Ending up getting in last place in the first loadout, right? Having a few incidents, having Mallard beat you and end up getting in 3rd because he was at 1 health. But now, going down to 4 health, almost dying at the end of phase 3, ate that slice of pizza like a man and held on. Wow.
Opal's MVP, brother. That's all I can say. Yeah.
So tell us,
they're too good.
Tell us about the double printer on stage 3 on top of each other, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, at that point, I took a lot of time there while I was deciding what was the optimal approach. I'll be very honest. I could have been speedier. That was honestly kind of 60-40, kind of how to wind it up. That was the best play. Like, 4 bleed, 2 speed, maybe 3 bleed, 3 half and half would have been fine as well, I guess, you know? Maybe would have made the Mithrix fight a little more comfortable.
Yeah.
I was not expecting to get a Clover, so, you know.
Yeah, that was insane. No one else went for that.
Yeah, you're
So
the
well
only
done.
one to check Newt.
Yeah, this Mander, you kind of gotta. Suppressive Fire doesn't bring as much as the nades for the AoE. Had to sacrifice the gas for that. And had to be balls to the walls, basically, as we know. Because, like, coming in last, we got 2 more shots, like, 1 more shot now to actually get some points. Gotta make it.
And that's really good, as second place is already finished up, potentially second place anyway. As Popcorn now is 10 minutes behind you officially. Congratulations on the double bonus point. Well done.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Popcorn finding empathy cores. I guess they found the gun. Oh, they found the gun and she must have shot a soul split.
Yeah, Popcorn actually, I'll just say this now. Out of all the racers, Popcorn went for that chance shrine, like all in on the bridge. Right, had a really long stage 1. And it was Scorpion.
Oh.
But Popcore, not the most confident with Commando, took a long time, ended up taking 1 death, and is still just on stage 5. But does have the least amount of deaths and potentially has a chance of taking over Big D and Mallard. We can actually go ahead. Let me see. Okay, Big D just want to go in. Take Big D in. We'll go talk to Big D. See how the run is. I can't hear like when people connect because of the Discord thing. Big D, are you here?
No, they're not in yet. I'll say hi to them when they join in.
Okay. I'll move. Hello,
Hey, Big D.
Hello.
Big D. Well done. Had a couple deaths at the way end there, but did find that speed and bleed, found the plasma and poly. What was that stage 3? I don't even know. But
yeah, compared to that 1 and 2 especially, that was insane.
Oh my god, Mallard just grubbed at the last 20 so seconds, takes a death.
No.
And that's going to put Popcorn in an even better position to be able to try and get that 3rd or maybe 2nd place. Popcorn still has a chance to overtake you, Big D. Has not much time, though. Will need to do about 6-minute Mithrix. Is still on stage 5. Needs to get that pillar skip and needs to go. But Popcorn did find a Scorpion on stage 1. Did not go in the bleed or speed, but there was an ATG printer on stage 4 in the cave that no other racers found.
I was kind of stacked. Scorpion stage 1. I knew there was something in that big chest, dude. Oh well.
Oh, it wasn't the big chest. The big chest was utility.
Big chest was Death Mark.
Oh, wait, where
was it?
Useless.
One of the 2.
It's the chance shrine.
Yeah, chance shrine. You had to hit it like 5 times. Popcorn had a really tough stage 1. Had a bunch of money saved up. It's like, okay, I'll just keep hitting it. And Scorpion. So definitely gave a little bit of a boost. But again, just from looting so slow. Other things I want to ask you about. Tell me, Big D. Was it Big D or Corny? One of the 2 of you had a beetle that was like almost off the map, like on the cliff. I've played this game for thousands of hours. I've watched it for thousands of hours. And it happened to you and a Popcorn. But I've never seen that happen before, ever.
Sort of similar things happen on Scorch sometimes, like, you know, where that beetle gets on that one edge of the center ring. Like, they can spawn in weird places sometimes. But I've never seen there before, no.
That was the first.
Crazy. Ooh, nice time, Corny. Ooh. I'm jealous.
Thank you. I mean, I got first loadout. I kind of had to make up for it.
Nah, yeah, you brought it back, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's actually insane. Just how much more there was in this. We're actually gonna bring Mallard in here now. Get Mallard in there. But just with so much in this run as a whole, right? Whether it be the watch printer, the hoof printer, bleed printer, the ATG printer on stage 4, polyplasma, rose bucklers in there. I mean, it had everything, even an energy drink printer on stage 4 if you didn't go for speed that time. Right, just so much after a pretty lackluster stage 1 and 2. And welcome in, Mallard. Mallard, tell us a little bit about what happened. We won't talk about the last couple minutes. Right, it never happened.
I just don't have a good fundamental understanding of how to use Commando's default kit to deal with hordes, I think.
To deal with hordes?
Yeah, just because I got so overwhelmed during Stage 1 TP.
Yeah, it was pretty tough, right? Not too much to work with, right? Dealing with the Vagrant, dealing with all the enemies around. Didn't have a healing drone, and was that like a brooch or something? But
yeah, healing drone, brooch, and a chrono bauble, and that's what you had to make do with. So
yeah, everyone struggled with that for a while. A couple other racers actually almost died, so you were doing pretty well. Just got to work on that a little bit more. But
yeah, it is what it is. I mean, that was a really good run stage 3 on what, just in terms of items. Like, that's like what you want to see on Commando.
Yeah, which is actually really tough because it's like you do so, like, you mess up a little bit, but it's like really tough for everyone. And then as soon as those items come in, it's like, okay, how are they going to die now?
Oh, I knew it was over stage 3. Like, I saw the 2 Void Cradles in the Bleed Printer, and I was like, yep, it's done.
Yeah. Ended up taking a couple more deaths there. Maybe if you didn't take as many, might have a chance against Popcore. Popcore entering the fight at 51 minutes, needs to be on the ship by about 53-40 in order to have a chance to beat Big D. But with 14 Plasma Shrimp and a Scorpion, there is a chance.
Yeah, that's going to be hard to die.
Oh yeah, the Scorpion stacks so well with the Plasma.
Yeah, look at that damage. Oh my god.
God.
The first cycle like wasn't that much, but it's like, where's your adaptive armor now, Mithrix? It doesn't exist.
Gone.
Oh, you're getting your plus
APR.
200 armor when you're about to go back. And Popcore also has 6 syringes and a Warhorn.
Oh my god, yeah.
Right, phase 2, I think, is going to be the one chance that Popcore has to die here. Oh, no, I take that back. There's no chance. I don't know. How do you die in this? Like, you don't even have to shoot that long. It's already dead. That Wisp is already dead. Okay. That Wisp is already dead. You can shoot it 5 times and it's dead. Like, 14 plasma shrimp.
Condition here is pizza. That's it. Like,
yeah,
that's
it's gonna be pizza if we see pizza. No, I think we'll see pizza.
Pizza in phase 4.
Ooh, oh yeah, phase 4 Mando can be.
There has to be a phase 4 skip, I think, for Popcore to win or get second.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Let's see that plasma shrimp.
Oh,
skip.
the shockwave.
Let's see it happen.
Cool. Is that nice? Okay, Mithrix is going to be far away for this pizza. You want to be a little bit closer. Don't get too greedy.
Oh, that core value. Just
And it's already dead.
Insane.
He's already dead. Like, couldn't even finish the pizza. Popcore might get has like 1 minute to do phase 4. I don't see medkit or anything. No repulsion armor plate.
The only thing they have to worry about really is empathy cores, huh? And getting shot by Mythics.
Oh my god, it's close. Oh. 14 plasma shrimp. Survives. Gets a little bit of movement speed back. Gets a little bit of healing. Gotta look out for those orbs. Oh my god, but gets hit by an orb. Doesn't have the plasma shrimp anymore. The Medi drone. Keeping Popcore alive.
The emergency drone, man. The MVP. Emergency
and
drone.
Plasma shrimp's back. Okay. That's gonna be it. Mithrix is dead. 2 seconds remain. No orbs. And Popcore has like 20 seconds. Needs to land a good vase. It's gonna be hard to pull off because there isn't the perfect portal. Will need to know which one to go through. Doesn't have a fuel cell. Goes here, 10 seconds. Nope. I think that's gonna be second place for Big D. Gets hit by a wall. And yeah. Finds the
down to the wire.
That was close. If there was a better portal, Popcore could have had that. Well, I mean, if there was a better portal, you would have had a better time as well, Big D. So let's be fair there.
Uh-oh. I mean, if I didn't have
well,
that
you know what? At least, at the very least, right? This is not impacting Popcore's final score.
Oh my god! Yeah.
You hate to see it. Yeah, might be a death.
No, Shaylee Popcorn knows the 4 like marks on the wall thing. Shaylee.
Well, even if not, it would be nice to have Opal up. Yeah, there we go. That's fine.
Yeah, phasing it out. Nice.
Good morale victory there. Popcore will finish off at a 55 something. So very close to you.
Should be about like 55-30-ish.
Yeah. And just that one death, I believe, was on stage 2 or 3.
forget when
meaning
Popcorn
at
It
all.
was stage 2, beamed by
Yeah.
a golem while sliding.
Yeah. That's
when I
hurt.
started that TP, like 5 separate golems spawned in.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
All right, Popcorn is gonna need a. Oh no! And Grubs it as well. Okay, Mallard, you feeling a little bit better yet?
Was it to a Wisp too? Oh.
No, it was a
looks like
series of
Void
Void
Reaver.
Reaver explosions.
Void
Now
Reaver.
Popcorn needs to be
Okay.
careful. If that happens again, or happens twice more, right? Mallard will get a point.
Nah.
So you don't want the tilt to kick in. Let's see, as the little VTuber model is not even moving aside from the eyes at that point. I would be upset. But that is going to be the final time. Still gets in third place regardless. I think it's going to be a little bit of relief knowing that didn't mean anything. Especially with just so much on the line. And we'll give a minute to see if he wants to go into the call or not. But the updated standings, I believe, will be Corny at 5 points, Big D at 6, Popcorn at 3, and then Mallard at 1. I believe. 60-25, yeah.
That's right.
Welcome in, Popcorn. Hey, before I say anything, that death at the last second did not impact your outcome. It was really, really close. It was almost impactful, right? But ending up falling in and all that, thankfully, didn't mean too much. So there is that. You got in third place with that time. You were the only one to find the plasma shrimp. You were the only one to get the scorpion. Tell us a little bit about the run aside from like the last minute.
I'm very surprised no one got the plasma shrimp.
Or the printer, the ATG printer.
The ATG printer, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I definitely could have gone a bit faster with that.
A little bit, yeah.
But I was so surprised when I saw that scorpion, because that stage 1 had just about nothing going for it, and then suddenly, like the scam shrine, because I decided to kind of do the TP a bit more like safe, I had enough money to get the scam shrine because it was the only thing left on the stage. Happened to be a scorpion, so I was like, okay, well, it was kind of worth it.
It was worth it indeed. I mean, it was like a huge boost to damage, and sadly you ended up taking that death on stage 2.
Yeah, I think there was like a golem shot.
Yeah, and it like
got me right before I was.
Oh,
like right before I hit the if you go back and watch it, it'll be like the frame afterwards. I did the dash. So I guess I thought the golden laser, he was shooting through a bunch of enemies too, and it was I couldn't tell when it was going off. I thought that I had the timing right, but he got me, and then that was unfortunate. So that was a preventable death, and of course the one on the ship would have been a preventable death for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And once I found the vase, I was like all into these this watch printer, because why not? There's a scrapper right there.
Yeah, you had the watch printer. There was that ATG 14 plasma shrimp. Mithrix instantly died with that attack speed.
Yeah.
And the scorpion,
yeah,
it's Mithrix has that adaptive armor. If you do a bunch of damage, you get resists. Yeah. There was no adaptive armor. It was gone. It was obliterated.
It was, and that being said, it made the empathy core's call a good call too, because the scorpion damage was making them do a lot of damage. So it's just once I had that going, it felt really good. I mean, 2 commando with a plasma shrimp printer in a row for me.
Oh yeah. That was really good, and we still have loadout 3, so it's not too late yet. The standings are currently posted. Big D in first place with 6 points, Corny with 5, Popcorn in third with 3 points, and then Mallard has 1 point. But it's not over yet. any racer can still at least get in first, I think, actually, with bonus points in play. For Loadout 3, we're actually going to go ahead and take about a 2-minute break for you racers as we get ready for Loadout 3. I just want to talk to chat for a little bit. But we will have for Loadout 3. It's going to be Captain. Default Captain, actually. Which I forgot Default Captain was a thing. Healing Shock with Orbital Probe. So it's looking pretty tough. I'm looking at a Sulfur Pools in there. Hopefully no Xi Constructs. And then also Nephalian. So we'll see what can happen. It's still anyone's game. And best of luck to y'all. I will send a message in the group chat when you may begin.
Perfect.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Hey YouTube, I hope you've been enjoying this race so far. I've been greatly enjoying the hosting league myself, however it's cost me a lot of time and resources in order to make it the best product I can put out. Whether you've been enjoying the videos here or have been watching content live on Twitch, I'd highly consider checking out the donation link in the description below. Half the money will be going to the prize pool for the racers, which as of now sits at around $576. If just 5 viewers gave $10, we'd pass the $600 mark, which would be huge for both the racers in this tourney and for the future of this channel. I, along with the rest of the racers, thank you for watching this content, and thank you for your consideration. Now, on to Loadout 3. And they can begin. Popcore already was about 1 minute in. Didn't get any items, though, but as scouted out, has about 43 bucks. Here on Titanic Plains.
How do you feel about Plains, host?
Titanic Plains? So a lot of people say it sucks and there's nothing and it has less loot than Distant Roost, but it's pure copium and they're all just in their head or something.
I don't know. I feel like whenever I was doing multitude runs when the DLC first dropped, I was getting like stages on Plains with like 3 items on like 4-player loot. It was wild.
You gotta look at all the nodes. Some of the items will like spawn at the edge of the cliff, so you can't see it unlike it's flat terrain. You have to get a little bit of elevation to see it. Also, up specifically with this variant, you have to look behind the rocks that are like next to that one vent, where sometimes the TP can be, and then you also have to look, like where Big D is right now. At the other half of the map, up on the vent on like the high ground, some nodes can spawn over there as well. It has the same amount of drones as Distant Roost, if not, I think actually less. So. I don't know what people say about the whole drone thing. Now, I will say that this stage has large healing chests, which is bad. And of all the stages, it does have the worst loot, in my opinion, but it's not that big a deal.
I think just the problem with Plains is just the size of the map to loot density, right? Ratio is the problem.
Yeah, but it's wide open, right? If you're like Artificer or Loader or anybody, you can just see everything, pretty much, as soon as you spawn in.
Of course.
So there's a lot of, like, in terms of visibility, you have a lot, but I guess at the same time there's also a bunch of nodes you have to kind of peek. I think it's a little bit of everyone. There's a gas printer for Popcore and Mallard, both of them immediately going into that. Does lose a Mocha. I think that movement speed could be really valuable. AoE damage is really good though in Captain, especially given that you have Diablo. This run's going to take a little bit longer.
No Diablo and Captain heads, especially Abyssal with no hacking beacon. Like, this loadout heads me a little bit.
See.
Oh,
there's
Gubo
a
Jr.
Yeah. Gubo with orbitals. The orbitals will do some damage, at least. I wish my Gubo captains would, like, throw down beacons, and then I can get free hacks or something.
Pretty nice. Gubo Captain never shoots Diablo, right?
Oh, there's Egg. I didn't even realize Big D has Egg. That's huge.
Egg was, when you were talking about the vent up there. Egg is by the vent.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I was monologuing. I'll let you monologue. How about that?
I have nothing to monologue about right now. There's nothing, something that I'm really passionate about.
There's so much going on. You got a gas printer.
Gas is my favorite white item. I adore gas. I
love gas.
Whoa.
Not PSG? What?
Look, PSG...
Grant, you beat me at a loadout by printing 12 PSGs. Well, you got third, but that's besides the point. You still beat me with those.
Look, when things are bad, there's no better item than PSG when things are bad, alright? It's like a second health bar all the time. It's great.
It's nice, and you know what's nice about PSG is it reduces the percentage of like fall damage you take.
Yes, you take. That's what it
Yo,
reduces
Loki,
hits.
thank you so much. I appreciate it. The 20. You rock.
There's an L stage 1. That's quite nice actually for captain. Someone slow that's gonna be a little easier to get hit with.
You know what's funny about things like Neural? Is they're actually utility items. You want to hear the cope reason why? So you get 40 extra health, right?
Yeah.
If you find a blood shrine, right, you get $1 for every 2 health you lose. So when you get $10 extra when you hit it, if you're at full health.
You know what? I kind of.
You heal up faster. You can hit the blood shrine more. You can get the void cradles faster. It's a speed item.
It's so not a utility item.
Bison steak is too. Getting extra like $7 on that blood shrine. It's huge. It's a difference between a chest or not. If you hit it all 3 times, it's like half a chest right there.
God, like I'd only make the argument for maybe infusion because you can get like 200 HP per infusion if you just scrap the other one and keep one.
I never knew about that. Is that a new bug? Has that always been in the game?
No, I remember hearing about that before Gearbox bought out the game. I know I only heard about it after DLC, but I only started playing the game really after DLC. So
yeah, I only found out about it like a week ago when I was doing an Umbral run, and then someone in chat said, "Why do you have 10 infusions? Are you just gonna do the tech? Are you farming the infusion tech?" I'm like, "What tech?"
Yeah, if you watch Limu, he does the infusion tech every chance he gets. He loves it. It's like his favorite thing.
It is awesome, actually. Now that I know about it,
yeah,
I'm enlightened.
It's a very fun tech. Just one infusion equals like plus like 1100 health because I said so.
Yeah, actually a really good item to find a printer of in a run.
Mm-hmm. Getting that and a scrapper at the same time, just beautiful.
That's like transcendence levels of craziness.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of small chests right out the gate on stage 2, by the way. Philian, Big D, the first one over. Right, even all these racers that we see like with Big D or Corny at 5 and 6 points might be feeling a little safe. If Corny gets in 4th place, for instance, and Popcore ends up getting in 2nd, that's already a tie right there. If Big D gets in last and Popcore gets in 1st, right, that's a tie right there without bonus points, right? Ooh. So they need to be careful. If Popcore gets bonus points, at least just 1, right, goes up to 7, guarantees at least a tiebreak.
Some kind of tie, yeah.
Yeah. And as for Mallard, right, needs a little bit more to happen. Needs, I believe, either 1 bonus point and then Corny gets in last. Or needs double bonus. And then Corny can either get in 3rd and Big D can get in last. And a bunch of scenarios, right, that we can see.
Yeah. Looks like everyone found the egg, by the way. Also, going into the wrap winner is Big D on stage 2.
Repulsion armor plate. I think that's Zink's favorite item.
Really, I adore... Like, Dan always, like, calls it coke, but I adore all the defense items with all my heart. Like Wrap, Wucklet, PSG. I love them.
They're really nice in the sense of if you already have a run where you're like, my damage is set, my damage is fine. If I'm killing something and doing 10 million damage, what's the difference between 10 million and like 20 million, right? So what you do is you just
bleed in the request form.
Oh, really? Okay, that's free. That's free bleed. And actually, what's insane is Mallard didn't get the request form.
Oh, that is
found a bleed
upsetting.
on stage 1. If Popcore found that on stage 1 and then had the double bleed, that would be insane. That'd be really good.
Just
have a Ruckler printer. Yeah, but let's.
There's a Wrap and Wuckler printer this stage. That's crazy.
I just want to point out it's the TP boss also gets Rose Buckler. Ooh, oh, here's the stun. Big D was doing really, really good speed shooting. And it's actually going to use the stun beacon, is trying to farm the blazing rat fire trail. Which you got to be careful. I don't know if it like has 1 frame where it can attack in there or not.
It shouldn't be able to as long as it doesn't take some kind of damage.
Oh no.
I think the only enemies that can like sneak an attack out are like Bells, because they have a attack animation that isn't really an animation, just a startup.
Popcorn needs to be a little bit careful. Actually goes ahead and pops the healing beacon, gives up speed shooting, but for good reason. I mean, almost died. is getting wrecked by this apothecary. Does take a rose buckler. Cannot afford to die, right? Popcorn needs to at least get in second place here at the bare minimum.
Topaz value though on Popcorn is insane. Look at that barrier. Aegis could never.
You say never. Never say never. What? Who said that? Was that the Justin Bieber saying from like 2008?
It was either Justin Bieber or Hannah Montana. I don't remember.
I forget.
It was something. It was that time period.
Yeah,
Someone in that time period said it.
Did you just say Hannah Montana? Tana?
Yeah.
At the time, I guess. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, it was. At the time, it was Hannah Montana. Like, now it's Miley Cyrus. Yo, Monster Log, let's go.
Oh, there's so many of those.
I
wish it could get bugged. There's another one even. Lemurian, Blind Vermin.
Let's go. I know it's like a bug, it's not intended, but I just love that monster logs keep randomly popping up in the middle of the...
Yeah, it kind of reminds you they are a thing in this game.
Yeah.
Gotta forget about them. The DLC's gonna drop and we're gonna see those again. It's like, what? Oh, yeah, that's right, monster logs.
I remember how I got the Void, the like Luna shop one for the bazaar. My beetle guard jumped off the cliff as soon as I walked in, and I guess he landed on wherever it is. To this day, I don't know what the environment log is. My beetle guard picked it up after he jumped off the cliff.
Oh my gosh, I think I've seen that happen a couple times. That's really funny though. It's like on the it's on the trunk of the tree as you're going down.
Okay, it's on the trunk.
Yeah, so if you just randomly jump off a bunch, you'll eventually get it. You'll see it. If you're like me and you die of fall damage when trying to get the void fields a lot, you'll find it. 3 chests by spawn, by the way. Big D gets an old guillotine, pennies, and most importantly, a mocha. Oh, actually 3 pennies and 3 wraps. Okay, that's zoom in right there. You can just zoom.
Yeah, that's you just rush the next stage, right?
Yeah,
get all the money.
Form. Doesn't go for sticky. Gets a med kit.
Here too, right? Oh, spools is painful.
Wait, why is Popcorn pausing? What item was there that Popcorn could have got? Ended up getting a slug. Maybe you might be thinking of the next stage.
Slug and sticky bomb, I think.
Sticky bomb was the one on Big D. Big D actually finding a tri-tip from the shipping request. As everyone else knows, everyone has 1 lead. No deaths on any racers as well. Everyone knows if they die, it's over.
I think I'd say, would you say this is the hardest loadout of the day? Like, loadout-wise?
Maybe. I don't know. It might be if everyone just falls through the map and instantly dies. What was that?
Yeah, well...
Sulfur pools. I swear that's more of a problem since the DLC. Or since Verdant Falls update.
Wait. Popcorn saving it, though, with egg. Huge. Getting back to the ground.
Is it going to happen to everyone? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's
and there goes Big D as well. Everyone has egg, so everyone's going to be able to do that. I think he'll survive anyway. Because of initial spawn invincibility.
I don't know. I think you fall too long on spools.
Yeah, maybe. Hopefully not.
Would that have counted as a +5?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it's kind of like an inevitable death. There's a Dio's best friend. Was that a cloak chest? There was a. Oh my god. Oh my god. Did you just look at Mallard?
Oh.
Cloak chest Dio.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Hey. The game has favorites sometimes.
I mean, it is preventable in a way. Everyone has egg. I think they'll be fine.
Look at that speed shooting from Big D. That's like good speed shooting is all I can say.
There's a Will-O-Wisp Sprinter that Popcorn's actually going all into and is holding off on the feather that's right outside of it. It's gonna have Giga AoE. It's gonna have a breezy time to get through the rest of the run. If there's a Xy construct, alphas will just instantly die.
I think the only thing I would want to keep was the Lucklet. Honestly, I really like going all in on Will-O-Wisp here. Like, it's a really good call to protect you from the possible Z.
Vase is now picked up for Big D. Big D, no need of egg or of wings now that there's a feather in play. Can just take the vase and go fast. Yeah, everyone is really... Look at those like, laser reactions of, nope, I've got egg. Nope, I've got egg. Oh no. I don't know if... I think Mallard might have egg open. Mallard's still on stage 2. Does need to go a little bit faster, right?
Hopefully Mallard doesn't have egg on cooldown when they go through.
He needs to at least win by 5 minutes to have any chance of being able to proceed in the next round.
Oh, yo, it's banned on stage 3. Ice banned from a small chest right outside tunnel.
Blazing Beetle Guard, Horde of Many. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh god.
So the director failed to spawn whenever it was trying to spawn too many times, and it's Beetle Guard, right? Only 13 minutes? It's not going to be able to do Beetle Guard Horde of Many. If it gets to like 16, 17 minutes with some of the other racers activate this, they might get Clay Templar Horde of Many. Who knows how well they'll be able to handle that. It could be Clay Templar, it could be Greater Wisp, I don't know.
Anyone else have wraps? I guess Popcore has one. Like, that would be really, really bad for everyone.
Yeah. Looting's wild, it is. Oh my gosh. I mean, just look at it. Look at some of the racers here, how many items they have. By the way, Corny also found the cloak chest and got the Dios.
So for Mallard, people find them like that. That's crazy.
I think they saw it from TP.
Oh, yeah, that'd make a lot of sense. Actually.
Yep, no, you're fine. You're fine. I remember an old clip from a past streamer who had that happen to them. They almost died from it. I remember they introduced the spawn invincibility. It used to not happen. There used to be no spawn invincibility. You just die in that situation. And then I think it wasn't until they added pre-spawns where they're like, okay, we'll make pre-spawns a thing, but we don't want to give them money, otherwise they'll unbalance the game. And then they gave you spawn invincibility. There was one update where there was no spawn invincibility with pre-spawns, and people would just get spawn killed all the time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I can imagine how bad that went. Like, imagine you spawn stage 5 and some overloading Elda just pre-fires you.
Pearl on Corny. Look at that. Deal, Pearl. Blazing Beetle Guard Horde of Many. Okay. So 1440 still doesn't happen. I think it's at around like 16, 17 minutes where you stop getting Blazing Beetle Guard.
It would be pretty hype to see in a Radiant Pale on Corny.
Oh, you know what's... Look how smart Corny's playing this. Just, boom, Shocking Beacon. I will not deal with these. I will instead just let him get shocked. I'm going to play around this. Yeah, there's 5 Blazing Beetle Guards.
Not having the band for this fight, though, like Big D did. Big D also finding an ATG. Getting a bit of a build
yeah. He's already done with TP. So Mallard is going to be the last one to get to this TP, as Stage 4 is already here for Big D. No sort of family event or anything like that. That's silly. Big D just immediately activates TP. There's going to be pre-spawns. There's going to be Imp Overlord. We might see a little bit of speed shooting on that Imp Overlord.
Honestly, a spleen wouldn't go awry here with the with speed shooting.
Big D's got to be careful. I think immediately activated TP knowing you could just loot up with all those pennies, the triple penny, right? And Mallard's actually probably going to go for TP now. We'll see. At 16 minutes. Corny got 5 Blazing Beetle Guards. That's the max amount you can get. I don't know. I think this is going to be a different boss.
For Mallard's sake, I'm going to hope it's not. Okay. But if it is, it's going to be kind of cool to see.
It's fine. Safe. It's 5 might have a couple other pre-spawns on top, but just barely makes it in. Just gonna have the same thing. Immediately pulls out the healing beacon and shock. Maybe pulled out the wrong one at first. Yeah, Big D's purposely farming. Look at that.
Yeah, no, that's really smart here. They have 3 wraps against the bleed boss. Yeah, just
you can even handle a double bleed and get away with it. I think what's annoying though is with the microbots, it's like a lot harder to run into it when they're just constantly getting deleted.
God, imagine... Oh, they have Razor Wire. Look at the value here on the Razor Wire with the bleed and the pennies.
Oh, yeah.
That harpoon is always on, which is funny to see.
And Infusion is the TP item. A lot of extra health items, right? Whether it be Neural, whether it be a Pearl on Corny. Now with an Infusion.
It's the utility.
There was a Bison Steak Printer. Getting all that max HP. Big D Brain. Oh my god. That's bad. That's bad.
You think we're gonna see Big D open up the red chest here?
I think we absolutely will. When you have 3 pennies and you farm the heck out of it. Oh. Okay, so... Hey, Cran, could you repeat to me what some of the legendary items have been this run?
Yeah. There was a Brain Coat from Siren's Call. Yeah. There was a Nuka Harness from Siren's Call, and Nuka Harness from Abyssal Depths.
Yeah. Massive.
Gotta love the variety.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, just look at that. Look at that. Using the Titan for even more money. Gets a 4th set of pennies.
Yeah. Some people were saying that maybe Big D's going a little too fast. You've got 3 wraps. You've got a Rose Buckler. You got 4 pennies. I mean... You can instantly hit TP. I mean, I'm assuming as soon as Big D heard that it's Stone Titan, it's like, oh, okay, the pre-spawn's a Stone Titan. I'm fine.
Like that, like, you have to keep in mind, they have a banned ATG 2 bleed on Captain. Like, they are comfortable. They don't have to worry about damage much.
Maybe a little bit on Mithrix, you'll have to really land those speed shoots. I'd like a third bleed in there, personally, but...
I cannot stand Orbital against Mythics. I cannot land them for the life of me.
No, I can't either. I honestly, most of the time, I just forget it's a thing. There's a Delicate Watch Printer. Okay, don't have to worry about damage anymore. GG.
Yeah, that's...
GG. It'd be a little sad to lose movement speed. I wouldn't want to lose... I wouldn't want to lose too much. Actually, would probably want to get that... okay.
Oh, loses
really
Mocha Fest immediately.
There was a white question mark in there. Wasn't able to get it. Tried to go for the stun on the Gup and do that. Maybe he's thinking a little bit about holding on to movement speed. I'm not sure. But, gets the... Oh, there's a quail that you get no matter what. Oh, loses bleed.
That is a bit unfortunate.
Now you just really got to go into it. You lose your double bleed. That's not going to damage anymore.
It's a Sticky Bomb. It's really taking only good items right now. It took Sticky Bomb, Mocha... Oh my god.
Did you just see Corny kill an entire horde of enemies from that Stone Titan?
I did
just
not,
from Razor Wire?
But...
Just went a full Razor. Oh, look at that. It's doing
all the bandoliers on the ground is what I saw after.
Yeah. Mallard's still just struggling with the stage 3 TP. Right, Mallard needing at least one bonus point in order to have any chance at all of getting into the bonus round, or tiebreaker round, to try and move on, to try and advance.
Oh, Popcorn got the Pell as well.
Yeah. That could help. That could mean a lot, potentially.
I think Mallard, with the Dios, I'd probably want to see them play more aggressive, knowing the need of bonus point.
Yeah. I mean, like, you could hold on to that and maybe, like, say, oh, well, if I get to phase 3 Mithrix and I eat a slice of pizza or something, it's not the end of the world. But when you have so much on the line, right, this is your last loadout, potentially, that you'll ever get to do in the Hosting League or in the H0sting Cup. You want to try and find a way to push it.
Exactly. Especially with Dios, it's one of those items that if you don't die, you feel like you just wasted the red item. Yeah. I would want to play, like, hyper-aggressive with this, especially in the position that Mallard is in.
I guess the thing for Mallard is there's no feather yet, right? Didn't find the feather, or printed it into Will-O-Wisp. I hope that's not the case, right? I like what Popcorn did, went all in.
Away the feather.
And I think Popcorn is actually has a shot to get ahead of Corny in that sense, right? As 11 watch Big D with Singularity Band is feeling pretty good.
Taking Singularity, really? I guess it guarantees the rest of Orbital, I suppose, but...
That kind of sucks, too, for Big D. Like, I wish, if I was Big D, I'd be like, man, if only I got that needle tick, like, 1 minute ago, so I could have 11 watches and 3 needle tick. Right? The amount that the collapse would do would be huge. Needs to be a little careful. Don't want to lose your 11 watches. You don't have 3 repulsion armor plates anymore. You only have 1. Only 1 rose buckler as well. Mallard finally getting the vase, does not have the feather still.
Corny's, like, Razor Wire is just doing so much work on this TP. It's crazy. Just looked over and saw, like, a horde of enemies dying instantly.
Yeah, Popcorn doesn't have any hordes of enemies because of 5 Will-O-Wisp again.
Yeah, that Will-O-Wisp value as well. Everyone has a pretty nasty build here, like...
Jeez, Popcorn actually needs to be a little bit careful. There's, that drone is, drawing a ton of attention. Oh, Mallard got the feather. The last amount of money. Perfect. It's going to be able to move on and have a chance to be able to continue.
There was a second bleed on stage 3.
On 3? 2 bleed? Oh yeah, look at that. There was wings and an adaptive, but you already got vase. Corny takes energy drink. I like that play. You need movement speed.
Yeah, the speed is really at value.
If you can just go for the watches and then have a little bit of speed in there. I don't think Corny knows about the watch printer yet.
Opal and the speed there. I think it's speed on Captain here, especially without the feather. Corny has the feather, right? No, Corny doesn't have the feather.
Wait, really? Oh no. There is one on stage 5, so it's not over for Corny. But Corny is going to be playing a little bit slower as a result, which gives Popcorn more time to kind of catch up a little bit. And Popcorn's going to need that. If Corny only gets 1 point, ooh, it's still trouble.
You see that boss damage on... Like, the 11 watch is really shining through. They have 1 hitting the Z construct with Orbital.
Oh, yeah, you just get the little alphas, and then you have 4 Will-O-Wisp with 11 watches.
Yeah, like, just destroyed it.
That's instant death. Popcorn taking an entire blast from that golem. Just needs to leave, really. We can get a couple other chests or something. But I highly doubt you're going to have a symbiotic scorpion moment again. And even if you do, again, you need to get in first place or something. Unless Corny ends up dying a bunch and Mallard gets ahead of Corny, which we have seen in the past.
Corny printing watches. Very smart. Good call. I think there's a scrap at some point because Corny had scrap.
I think with the little amount of movement speed left, you have 3 mochas, you have an energy drink. We do know that Corny's more favorite things out there is movement speed, right? Whether it's a mocha, whether it's a hoof, whether it's an energy drink, especially on survivors like this. Movement speed is nice, it makes you feel comfy, and maybe that's why we see Corny only taking 3 watches and no more. Right? Big D's in a huge gamble. If Big D dies or loses watches,
it's practically over for Big D if they lose those watches. Like, yeah, that's the entire build now.
But if Big D doesn't lose those watches, then we see like a 32-minute, 33-minute run. It's going to be very quick, and we're going to see the end result in a matter of moments.
Was that a mocha printer on stage 5 right next to TP?
I don't think so. Oh, yeah, it is. Actually, absolutely. Yep. It's so nice being able to read the racers' chats now. Discord resolution, man. Like, I had to do Discord in order to, like, cast the runs, but oh my god.
Yeah.
If I did it through Twitch or YouTube, everyone would just already know the results. ATG found Big D right out the bank, right on the tippy top of the map. Sees a quail. I think double quail. I would double bird. I would double bird over wax or red whip because you're gonna be shooting and stuff. I guess red whip will get you. No, you've got baits though. It'll save you a little bit of time. Like, I'd like the double bird.
I guess if you plan on not spamming M1, like if you're holding M1, it can be good because you can get back the whip speed. But I think the bed's just better here.
Big D on the moon now.
Corny getting his first feather, huge.
Here comes the singularity. No, this is needle tick.
Where was the singularity band at?
No, it's right on Corny right now.
Oh, okay. I thought that was the needle tick.
I did too. Looks very familiar to me. Everyone with the shipping request form can either get stun grenade or go for a white question mark. That question mark
is War Banner.
Also look at Popcore's DPS on these Xi constructs as they instantly die because of 5.
As much as I like Popcore's build, what's the plan for Mythics though? Like phase 1, they're not gonna have a lot of
no watches
damage for
them. So Popcore's strat is hope that everyone else dies and loses all their watches. If that happens, in a really good spot. If that doesn't happen, we'll probably be seeing Popcore getting a 3rd, or maybe 4th, depending on what Mallard does here. But Big D already in the fight, right? Has double feather. Corny did get the feather on stage 5, right? So that's not a problem anymore. It's getting mochas as well. It's gonna have really good movement speed, alongside the 3 watches, right? So the damage might not be Big D levels. I almost kind of like the singularity play because you can singularity ban Mithrix, and he will dash at you if he's in there. But sometimes if he like gets in a spot like that, look at that speed shoot. Oh yeah, swarming is ATGs all over the place. Popcore actually in a little bit of a tight situation, right? Doesn't have any watches, so won't lose those if this ends in death. Needs to get a couple kills to try and proc the
the
wisp, yeah.
I was really about to say, I feel like Big D's not doing as much damage as that he should with 11 watches. Then he speed shot Mythlix, and it's like, okay, yeah, that's the damage.
Ooh, Popcore really in trouble. Only 26% on the TP. Again, 1 death on Popcore, and it's pretty much all over for him. Right, cannot afford to die. He's gonna need a proc as well,
the Wisp, yeah. Like, he needs a Giga proc to happen.
Big D already almost on phase 1. Corny having started the TP as well. It's dealing with his Eye construct still. Okay, there we go. Proc chain exploded. Look at that. Look at all the brooch value on Popcore having killed everything.
I love seeing Topaz Brooch just light up a health bar.
It feels nice. I think the nice thing about Brooch is when you get a bunch of curse, you still have decent health. Now the problem is that you can get like 80 curse in 1 hit because of that. Because curse is based off your max HP, and it doesn't take barrier into account, so you can get, I think, 79 curse the most 1 hit. Oh, Big D lost Beacon. Big D cannot speed shoot, which is bad.
Ooh.
The good news is that Big D
That
still
is
has the 11 watches, but that's gonna make things a lot tougher. Yeah, it's stuck on a ramp there.
Yeah, I
you can
see
heal
it
up
over
a little
there.
bit if you want, but
It's really unfortunate, especially on Big D, because he's been speed shooting pretty effectively the whole time throughout this run.
yeah. Oh yeah, we didn't get to see enough, in my opinion. I'd love to see a little bit more speed shooting on Big D's end. And another problem is if you die, it's not a guarantee you get your beacons back. Unless that was patched within this Gauntlet patch, I'm not entirely sure. I don't think that's the case. I think it's still a problem actually in normal Gauntlet.
Ah, okay. I didn't know that bug was a thing. Back whenever I played, that bug wasn't a problem. The beacons did come back when you died back then.
I think it's always been like a 50-50. Oh, wow. Is there any crowbars? No, no crowbars. That was just an ATG with 11 watches.
Oh my god, the damage. That was a crit. Yeah, that was a crit ATG with 11 watches.
Oh, surprise golem from behind. Popcorn's still hanging on. It's a few percent to go. Needs Big D to die right now. Needs a Big D death. Or at least for Mallard especially. Needs a lot to happen. And it's a lot that's not looking like it's going to be the case. As Mithrix is done with pizza. And is, what, like 3/5 dead, 3/4 dead? The fight's almost over. This is a right.
An insane run. 11 watches.
Another 2 ATGs just procced off that. What is the ATG like in this? It's insane.
It's basically this much ATGs go off whenever you go and watch Phase do his Phase 3 Umbral and get 0 ATG blocks for the entire fight.
Yeah, it's 20 minutes where he's just trying to get that one proc. It never happens.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh no. You want a vase here? You want a vase? You want to use your vase? You want to use your vase? Oh wait, feather. Fine.
Oh, okay, that's fine, yeah.
A little sus at the end there. A fireband for Popcorn might be able to pull off a Phase 4 skip with that, but again, very unlikely to get in first place at this point unless Big D dies, and Big D's going to need to die more than just once here at Phase 4. No speed shooting.
Yeah, there's been 2 out of 4 grubbing. Maybe Big D grubs, you know?
And it's fair, we have seen a lot of that. Using the healing beacon now that the microbots are not in Mithrix's hands, gets hit by... Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god, gets hit. Takes the death. Now, it's not over for Big D. Because Big D took 11 watches, you just don't want to die again.
Funnily enough, I think he actually keeps his watches.
Oh, yeah. LOL. Is a little tilted from that, but there's good news. The good news is, no one's even started the Mithrix fight yet.
Yeah.
So even with a death, you're still going to be able to finish. You're still going to get in first place, regardless of that. And that's going to pull you up at a minimum 9 points, which means you still win. And you still get to move on. Which means for fantasy...
The only way this goes wrong is if a grubbing happens here, then I'd say it's anyone's game again.
Too cocky, says Big D. I'd say the right amount of cockiness. Did take that death from the Shuriken. Was it a Shuriken? No, it wasn't a Shuriken.
I think it was an orb, just orb ATG or orb something.
Just orb.
Doomed him.
Yeah. It was fine. Look at that. Corny's scrapping. Corny the biggest threat, really. Right? That and Popcorn. Popcorn's still in the moon. Or at the tunnel. And now that essentially eliminates Mallard, unfortunately. Mallard might be able to try and at least do a little bit of an upsetting, right? Popcorn needs to get in second place and needs Corny to get in last. So for Popcorn to advance to a tie-breaking round, needs Mallard to not throw this TP fight. Oh, and yeah, Big D, or to make matters worse, Corny has the Dio, so it's gonna need a lot of help. Oh, it's Nukahanas. Look at that. Yeah, Medkit got too close. Nukahanas.
Oh, that's
got too cocky because of too much time between attacks.
You know, it goes to show sometimes picking up the Nukahanas in these runs can just screw you over.
Yeah. I mean, at the same time though, every Nukahanas that you find, you could just either scrap it, or if you don't want to spend the time scrapping, there's always white soup, right? So you can sometimes not pick it up, and then there's a crit soup or a movement speed soup or something, and it's oh man, I should have got the Nukahanas, right? So it's gonna pick it up. But you just gotta play accordingly to how it is. You gotta play safe. You gotta play smart, right? Always get those attacks in. And if you can't do any of that, well, oh my god, teddy bear block and 14% chance for Mallard. Almost dies from that, but doesn't. 37-23. Final time for Big D. 32 real time. Well done. Oh, I didn't reset the times again. That's last run's times. Last run's times. Hold up, hold up. Well done, Big D.
Ooh. Corny trading the Nuka Hanas for 3 more opals.
Yeah, there you go. Easy. Scrapped it.
Some good value, I think.
Got it to something. Wait, did Corny scrap it? Or did he 50-50 microbots?
I think he scrapped. I want to say he scrapped it, but he might have just 50-50'd it. I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, also the Dio. I'm assuming that was a scrap.
It must have been. I don't see any of the scrap.
I don't see any world where Corny with 33.
With the
really
Dios and microbots, yeah, like...
That's a bull rug level move.
I
time where
he...
I do too. Turned all of the clovers into stun grenades. Hashtag bring back the rug.
Bring back the rug.
The brug. Yeah, Popcorn needs Mallard to beat Corny. Well, actually, let me see. Yeah, go ahead and move Big D in. So we'll finish off this.
Hey,
Big D. That was an unfortunate opinion at the end there.
Was it the opinion that got me, dude?
I think it was the I don't think it was an
I shouldn't even picked it up, man, dude.
There was an opal soup that you could have had if you scrapped it ahead of time.
Yeah, dude, I didn't think about that.
But
I guess I could have taken microbots though, so...
Yeah, you don't want to 50-50 the microbots that are really good during the Mythic fight. Unless you want 6 opal. You do that. But well done. Even with that death, it appears as you are at the 37-23. The furthest along anyone is Popcore at 36-40. So you got in first place, right? There is no way the racers are going to be able to finish off and catch back up. I actually think Corny's like a minute ahead of that, but still is on phase 1 at about the same point. So you win. You get first place. We'll see maybe a bonus point, actually. They still have to do phase 2 and 3. They didn't go all in and watches like you did. You went super aggressive, and it paid off.
Yeah,
and that actually
I was a little sad it took both my bleed, but I had to cut to stage 5 and like 2-shotting bells. Like, oh, that was crazy.
Yeah.
One tapping the Z construct was so satisfying to see.
It deserved
oh,
it,
yeah.
dude. Holy.
Instant death. And the start of phase 3 when Mithrix just like takes half his health gone, like, whoa. You don't really realize what 11 watches with 2 AGGs can do off of orbital probes, but I mean at 30 minutes in, right? It's insane. And Popcore actually out in the mid-open. Oh no, takes a death and doesn't have the Dios. There was a Dios best friend in a cloaked chest on stage 2. And that is the first death this entire run for any of these racers. Popcore, who needs Corny to get in last place, needs Corny to somehow die like 8 times right now. Maybe not 8. But
Corny would have to die 3 times, right? I think.
Well, needs to die once because of Dio, and then needs to die again, and die and die and die until Mallard can finish ahead. Because Mallard is still looting on stage 5. Is deathless, but still looting, right? And in a run that's just really, really good. Yeah. So it's not looking good.
How's everybody else's economy during the run? Because I had like
not as good as yours.
3 pennies. Yeah, going out of stage 2 or something.
Yeah.
That was
Watching you go immediately to stage 4. Tell me your what was the reason why you instantly activated TP on stage 4?
That is the best stage for farming. Like you saw with the imp, like I was able to get bleed even without even with the captain microbots that were kind of eating him up. But there was a golem as well. I could have farmed the golem a lot more too. With 3 wraps on stage 4, you're just invincible pretty much on that stage.
Yeah, I think that's what that's what Corny ended up doing is farming the golem or the titan instead of the imp overlord. But you just had so much health or resistance, right? that you were just a-okay, you were completely fine. Now, the item wasn't necessarily going to end up costing you a little bit of time, but hey, I mean, you were able to instantly activate. I think the confidence and all of those pennies, even with there not really being many good items on stage 4, right? Just being able to instantly activate whatever is going to be there, you can get after. Right, there was a Stone Titan there, which means there's probably not a bunch of Elders at 13 minutes in. So pretty safe option, pretty smart option. And that was just one of the many things that ended up getting you first.
Yeah, I see I missed out on a Pearl. Was that stage 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I saw like one of the pods on the way out, and I didn't remember if there was a cleansing pool or not. So.
Oh, another death for Popcore there. Again, just digging a deeper trench. Still on the start of phase 3. Needs Corny to do something wrong. Needs Mallard to move on. That's enough mochas, Mallard. Come on.
Look, Bo is just thirsty, right? Let him get his mochas.
He's gonna be having one hell of a bathroom trip after 10 of those, let me tell you. But moves on, gets to the moon now. But in a position that might end up with a potential DNF. We'll see. No, it has a lot of time. It has a vase. Might actually beat Popcore and get in 3rd place. Corny needs to die a lot during phase 4.
It could happen.
Yeah. But, I mean, for Corny, right? Getting in last place in Loadout 1 is like, this cannot be. I will not have this be the case. Gets the phase 4 skip. There will be no phase 4. And Corny is not going to die. I mean, even if you die, right? You still got the DL, right? That's the only time where it can happen where you don't have it.
Corny is securing his 2nd place.
Yeah. Really well
Safe
done.
and sound.
Really well done. Right? Did it without the 17 watch. The only other racer to go into that watch printer, by the way. Right? Even just 3 watches, right? That makes the Mithrix fight, whatever 160 over 10 is. It's like 60% faster, just straight up. Oh. Okay. Now we're just.
You know what I really liked about this one?
Let's hear it.
We got to see a lot of value use in Razorwire with the 3 wraps. Both Corny and Big D got to pretty much show off Razorwire clearing hordes on stage 4.
I think the imp, like, it just couldn't survive long enough for me to farm it more. It was...
He killed everything around you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was honestly insane. And you know what? It's just overall with this race as Corny is finishing off the TP charge, you know, just a really good performance by Popcore, right? Had a couple deaths. I think we'll be seeing more Popcore in future leagues if we have them. Right? Constant, like a huge improvement just in this alone, right? Was able to take Corny down on Loadout 1, get 2nd place, come in 3rd on Loadout 2, and have a chance all the way till the end, right? Stood in the fight for a very long time, and I think, it's very hard to pull an upset against racers like Big D and Corny, but almost having it happen, right? And for Mallard, right, one of a bit newer to the game as opposed to some of the others, right, is still working a lot of stuff. Didn't have too many deaths aside from the 2nd loadout, and played it pretty well. So we see Corny's...
Mallard actually still deathless. I think everyone played really well today, honestly. Today was a really good show.
Absolutely. I hope to see all these racers more. Right, we can only have 2 proceed. There can only ultimately be 1 winner here in the H0sting Cup, but just give it up for them. They played really well. And, yeah. One of the people in chat kind of said this, but then I said it myself, Big D. You went full Big D brain. Right, instead of big brain. With the
but by that, just the pennies and stuff?
Oh, yeah. The penny wrap strat? Nobody else printed those wraps. And then you just went watches.
Yeah,
right?
I think there was even a rock player.
You bought into Repulsion stock, it soared, and then you sold high and got watches.
Yeah, I mean, infinite money glitch, like, literally.
Okay. Corny wants in booth. Okay. Go ahead and move him in. Let's get him in.
Let's give Corny the good news.
Corny. Welcome in, 4137.
Yo.
You ended up getting in second, even with a death from Big D, who went like Giga Watch and Giga Penny. But still, by getting in second place is enough to be able to move on into round 2. So congratulations.
Thank you, sir. I mean, to be very real, congrats, Big D, on the balls to the walls again, dude. Proving to be a scary opponent, honestly. I just wanted to point, like, I wanted at least the 1 point. Was sure that I could battle for like at least second place with a solid 40. So yeah,
I think we're tied in points. So if it comes down, if we wanted to be specific about it, I think the deaths overall, I probably had a few more, but it was really close throughout the entire 3 races. It was really fun.
Yeah, fun indeed. Fun indeed.
We'll see if the two of you have a rematch in round 2. None of the seedings are yet confirmed. Depends on how some of the other racers play out.
Okay.
However, the two of you will move on. So congratulations, Navy Blue and Lime.
Thank you.
Right, thanks.
Did you use the pennies as well on stage 4? Did you get the Nukihana? The Dukihana, as some would say.
Yeah, I did, and it killed me in phase 4. So
yeah,
that was great.
Corny, did you scrap it?
I did.
Okay.
Smart.
Just making sure. Yeah, you turned it into opals.
Yeah, I turned it into opals. Yeah, should have turned it into sticky bombs, but I didn't really want to lose that much time. And I mean, I could have pushed the issue with the deos. Surely everybody found the deos, right?
Cloak chest deal? I mean, that was clutch.
Only 2 people found it. Only you and Malad found the cloak chest.
Yeah, which stage and where?
Stage 2, like right across from the telly on Loot Island, as they say.
Oh, I didn't look at Loot Island. Darn.
The one time the cloak chest is actually useful. Like, it's always a bungus or a stun grenade or something. And that time it was like, yep, here's this extra life. You can play a lot more aggressive. Right, definitely what helped for you, Big D, for penny farming.
Spent the deos.
Yeah.
And,
wait, so you died phase 4. How was that? Oh, no,
I just played it too aggressive. You know, I forgot he had 11 watches as well.
Yeah.
Didn't have the phase 4 skip either. I just should have played it a bit more cautious, and everything would have been dandy. But oh well, we live and learn.
Indeed. Props on the 11 watch survival. Then I didn't want to go full out because we wasn't feeling too particularly comfortable. But you know,
it was really risky enough to do. Yeah. Like if
I had
in
to
a situation,
a couple moments, stage 5, to like sit away from the Z constructs, but one of them was just instant deleted, which is the upside, thankfully. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's going to be a 56-34 for Popcore, who will potentially be able to get in 3rd place depending on how Mallard can finish these last 10 minutes out here. We'll let him fight for that 3rd place. Although the final standings are finalized at this point. Still fun to see how this goes out overall. And it's good for stat tracking in the future.
Mm-hmm. Seeing the Singularity Band was quite unique.
I just forgot, dude. I didn't even know my own items.
There was also Kajaros on 5 as well.
Yeah. That would have hurt more to find in the moment, so...
I mean, he had the watches. Basically, all I gotta do is get extra speed and make those bad boys survive, so well played.
Yeah.
And the Singularity honestly kind of worked out in your favor. It really helped out with keeping Mythics in place for you to just keep blasting them without worry.
Yeah, Singularity can have a lot of util to it. Like, you can use it as like as a primordial cube in a lot of ways. You can, delay the Mythics. There's a lot of util to it, but unfortunately the damage is just lacking.
All Alright, we got Popcorn here now. Popcorn, welcome on in.
What's up? Surely you guys +5 a lot, and I got 2nd place, right?
Well, let's see. There was a death on Big D during Phase 4. There was a watch printer on Stage 4, though. And
I did see that.
With that, just being able to do so much more damage, getting a little speed shooting in there as well, Big D was able to have a 33 real time. Got in first place. Corny was a little bit behind Deathless. Did find a Dio's best friend and a cloaked chest on Stage 2 over on Blue Island, along with Mallard.
That's fun.
As for where you stand right here, there is a chance that you would be able to get in 3rd place. Mallard has about 6 minutes to finish off Phase 3 and not die twice. That's still just a really, really good performance overall. I mean, almost had the upset there against 2 racers who are well known for their talent and skill at this point and have been doing this for a while. I think you did really, really well. I would love to see you, and if we have any other future hosting leagues or matches, just played really well overall, and I want to thank you for having you over in the hosting league.
Absolutely. And like you said, like, for me it was just like, to get to this point was an accomplishment. And, you know, getting 2nd place in the first loadout felt pretty good.
Ooh, yeah. Could potentially get
Is it only me? I keep phasing through the map.
Oh, everyone phased through
that spawned?
yeah.
Okay.
Stage 3?
So
that was crazy.
The good news is, you do get spawn invincibility. It can happen on Stage 2, Stage 3. It's a bug that's made it a lot more prevalent ever since Verdant Falls update. Thank you, console. Where you just spawn inside the map and you fall through. I don't think there's any positions where that can happen where you just instantly die, but it was really funny to see everyone with the egg just immediately have like that knee-jerk reaction of just like, oh,
yeah.
like really good reflexes on that. And the only person that fell all the way through was Mallard. I was like questioning, what do we do if they die from it? Do we count it, or like? I mean, there was something that could be done, but no, it's
just a feature, you know.
Like, oh yeah, it's like blazing needles.
Yeah, for real.
I mean, this is the 3rd time I phased through the map in the hosting league, though.
Yeah.
I had the grandparent spawn on top of me, and then there was the one that I just clipped into the map.
Oh yeah, that's happened a lot. Now, what's really crazy is that you are 0 for 3 on every time it happens. You don't die. Right? We've seen it happen. I think with Disputed, had a very similar incident. Ended up dying.
Yeah.
You got that figured out.
Apparently.
Yeah, you gotta look out for grandparent spawns. And same with Gup, they'll do it to you. Sometimes Gup just spawn on you and you instantly die.
I almost got myself in trouble on Stage 2 teleporter. It was probably the cleanest speed shooting I've ever done. And then the pot started doing the thing, but then I had egg, and so I just like egged out.
Mallard cannot afford to die twice. Has been holding on to this Dios, but with Phase 4 coming up soon, I almost wonder if it might be worth, like, right before Mithrix dies, like at like the last 500 health or so, if you just take the death.
Phase 4 they have the like Phase 4 skip health. Availability, though.
That is true. But okay, yeah, there's death. So death number 1. Mallard has 4 minutes to finish off this fight. Or I guess 3 minutes and get on the teleport, or the ship. But with Mithrix and only 4-digit amounts of health, it's going to come down to Phase 4 here. There goes the pylon being used. Sadly, that doesn't proc bans. You have to use the orbitals, but actually gets Mithrix to do pizza in the center of the arena. Clutch. Well done.
Nice.
Oh
That's
my
awesome.
god.
And that's it.
Way to go.
How do you do that? Teach me your ways.
Yeah.
Teach me your ways, Mallard. The Dio's best friend, saving the day. Yeah. And is going to be able to, assuming no grubbing happens, we did see a little bit of escape sequence death happening on Mallard in loadout 1. It does get the vase down. But again, a good performance for Mallard overall. It's definitely shown some knowledge improvements, doing a lot of practice throughout the hosting league. Has come out a much better racer. Will always be jamming out to some music of all sorts. It was really cool seeing the little playlist there the whole time.
Really, it helps show the mindset in that moment. Like, they +5, what are they listening to?
Yeah.
And you can see the, like, battle champion Iris. Like, I see, I understand the vibe.
Yeah, some people have, like, face cams. Some people have, whatever you put up, maybe some text. But Mallard goes for the playlist, which says a lot. Always be jamming out, and just a well done performance overall. I think we've seen a lot of cases where for Mallard or some of the other racers where we've seen 70% like of the runs being really well. We showed the cards earlier, right? 60-ish, 70% of runs ending, and the other 30 or so being DNFs because they're just so far behind. But not as the case today, as all the racers have been finishing off at pretty similar times. Right, a lot of people stepped up their game today, and that's just something really cool to see. 54:25, the final time overall. Go ahead and get that in there. Where's it at times? 54:25. There it is. So that means Big D gets 3, 2 on Corny, 1 on Mallard. So we'll go ahead and do that. Sadly, this is not automated. I do apologize. Statics, there it is. Big D finishes off at 9 points. At first place, Corny at 7, comes in second. Popcore comes in third at 3 points, and then Mallard in fourth with not 0, but 2 points.
So I was throw at that loadout, I'm guessing.
Oh, welcome in. Unfortunately, you got third place. Which, hey, I mean, third is pretty good. You didn't have any +5s, played it safe, but unfortunately a little bit too safe at the end. I was
kind of hoping that, yeah.
I mean, it's a good gamble, especially with his eye constructs on stage 5. Big D,
those
however,
eyes would not go away.
With 11 watches, the watch printer on stage 4 was just able to go all out and did not break him.
That's a fair call. I mean, I didn't have much speed, so I was kind of hesitant to go into them.
Same. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very agreed.
I just want to...
Did anyone else get the pearl?
Okay, did anyone else get the cloak chest on stage 2?
Corny did, and Corny also got the pearl. Corny found like everything, and decided not to go with the watches, but other than that, like, had everything down, and just played it safe. Knew right a second place would confirm, so just by playing it safe and not playing super aggressive, was just able to squeak by there, or more than squeak by, safely secure second. So well done again to Big D and Corny for making it to round 2. As for the Popcorn and Mallard, again, just really loved having you in here, and hope to have you back in the future.
Yeah, this was fun. I mean, hopefully I'm a lot better the next competition, because...
Yeah, we'll have some time. It's time to train up and get ready. Maybe we'll see after DLC or something. We can get a hosting League 2. We'll make it in 4 dimensions. It'll be 3D. It'll be in VR.
Hey yo.
For all the viewers.
I can already feel motion sick from the loadouts.
Oh, not for the racers, for the viewers. And then like the viewers can turn to the left and they'll see a gamer host's face just like live on screen. They can see me. Yeah. They've got all 4 screens. They can like have little tablets and they can pick them up and look at them. Enhance. No.
All right, you heard it here. He promised all that.
We'll see. We'll take a look at the budget after, but that's gonna be it. Thanks for tuning in, and or thanks for racing today. I'll talk to chat for a bit, but I'm gonna have to kick you out of the casting booth here. So.
Vanished.
GG.
Take care.
Good
GG,
racing.
sleep. Take care.
How do I do this?
See ya.
All right.